We're back. We're back. Everybody, how you doing? Welcome to the Sportsnet YouTube channel. I'm Steve Dangle, and this is Watch a Leafs Game with Steve Dangle. I read it there at the bottom. There it is underneath. I can read. Can you? I know you can. That's why there's a chat, and you can participate in that also on this page. So, for those of you who are not familiar with what we did in the playoffs, Watch a Leafs Game with Steve Dangle was this great and fun idea where we were going to do a live stream during every Leafs playoff game. So, here, right now, it's me in a big box, just talking. But when the game starts, I'm going to go down to a little box. And you're still going to hear me and everything, but in the big box, you're going to be watching the game because that's the whole point, watching a Leafs game with Steve Dangle. And after about game 4, when the Leafs were up 3-1, we thought, you know what? We should do this all playoffs long. And they never won a game again. But then we did watch a Habs game with Steve Dangle, where it was the same thing but red. And we did that for 2 rounds because we skipped the Jets. It's okay. So did the Jets. See me chirping teams that made it to the second round. But now we're back. The wall is different. It's not the one over there with the shadow box and extraordinary glare. It's the big Leaf wall because the season has begun anew. The Leafs have just as good a chance to win the Stanley Cup as anybody. Shut up. All right. Chat, producer Drew is helping me out with the questions, so we're going to get straight to those. Nasser asks, pumpkin spice, yay or nay? I don't mind it. I prefer pumpkin spice treats to pumpkin spice lattes. I think some people like pumpkin spice to the point where it's weird, but even more so, people hate pumpkin spice to the point where it's weird. Stop yucking someone's yum. You know what I mean? Del Tago, how was your Thanksgiving? Great. Had a turkey Thanksgiving on the Saturday. And then we had to host my parents the next day. Oh, we're going to be all turkeyed out. No, we're not, because we made lasagna. We made a phone call so that someone could make lasagna, and then we picked it up and ate it. We're winners. We're really smart. Fry Guy, how nervous is Alex Bishop? Oh yeah, perhaps we should mention that. So, tonight the Toronto Maple Leafs have an e-bug in net for the first stream of this season. Pay close attention to the color I am now. I don't anticipate it staying that way all game. Alex Bishop is in net. Now, not quite a 42-year-old Zamboni driver. And by the way, that's disrespectful of David Ayres, who is like legit an athlete. He was just perhaps well beyond his best. Zamboni driver was one of his many duties, but he was used to facing like 300 shots per practice with the Leafs. He showed me his mask last winter. It had a crack in it from a blocked... a saved, I should say, Zach Hyman one-timer. So Alex Bishop is a giant, 6'4". He'll be the Leafs backup tonight because the Leafs cannot afford to call Michael Hutchinson up, and Peter Mrazek is injured. Maybe get into that in a second, but basically Alex Bishop's the goalie for University of Toronto. Hopefully he doesn't have to play. I mean, Jack Campbell tore his groin in the third period of a 1-goal game last year against the Calgary Flames. I got to wonder how hurt he would have to be to come out of the game. But I will say this. If the Leafs are losing, even if they're winning, if it's the first period, or the second period, or even the first 10 minutes of the third period, it's game 3, Jack. If you're hurt, get out. And if the kid lets in 10, so what? It's just another Leaf story. Oh, so how nervous is he? Very. Dutchman, who's your Stanley Cup Finals prediction? Ooh. Habs and... No. Oh, God. I don't think anybody had that. I don't think most Habs fans had that. I think producer Drew is going to strangle me if I go with the Colorado Avalanche, which is really annoying on account of they're really good. Am I supposed to ignore the fact that they're really good and probably got better? I mean, I think they got better in net. Well, Grubauer was nominated. I know what he was nominated for. Behind the Avs. I think they're going to be just fine. It'll either be the Avs or the Stars in the West. So I'll do 2 per conference. I'll cheat. And in the East, Lightning. I know, really going out on a limb. Or Panthers. I will say this. I did not anticipate Andrei Vasilevsky being my worst fantasy player. I just got a very angry text from Drew. Don't you do it! Sorry, they're good. Oh, no. They're good. Shut up. They're going to go on one more run before Nazem Kadri leaves as a free agent and goes to Montreal, hurting us both. You know that's... Come on. Come on now. James, would Bishop playing be worse than the David Ayres stuff? How weird is it that Peter Mrazek is involved in both games? Listen, it completely depends on how it goes. I think for the hockey world, the Leafs losing like 20-2 would be very, very, very funny. For us, no. For someone who's probably going to have to shoot the LFR video tonight, no. Jonathan, score prediction for tonight. Ooh, these are never right. I'm going to say a reverse. No. It'd be nice if the Leafs like showed up. You know what I mean? 4-1 Leafs. Please. Daniel, so it was your fault they lost in the playoffs, Steve. Oh, yeah. Me, born in 88, every year since 1967. It's my fault. Shut up. Duke, do we find out if you're wearing pants? Do we have the graphics still? Maybe. Yeah, last year we played a game called Is Steve Wearing Pants? We're very credible. We're going up against, what's the show? Hockey Night? No, never heard of it. Is that like Coronation Street? Ray, how often are you doing the streams? Glad you asked. Did my boss change his name to Ray? So watch a Leafs game with Steve Dangle every single Saturday. Now, there are going to be a few Saturdays where the Leafs don't play. We're not going to do those ones, but we're going to do every single Saturday that the Leafs play. So out of the next 30 Saturdays, it's something like 25. The Leafs don't play. It's like 2 or 3 Saturdays throughout the season. And then there's a couple Saturdays that we'll miss because of the Olympics. Other than that, watch a Leafs game with Steve Dangle, baby, every single Saturday night. Cody, surely we got puck drop coming soon. Cody, if it isn't Toronto, what other Canadian team would you like to see win the cup and why? None of them, because it's going to be an awful time for Leaf fans no matter which Canadian team wins. But I got to go with the biggest underdog, and I'm going with underdog in terms of the market. Because this team is not an underdog. I think a lot of people would argue it's the best team in Canada, and there's a good argument for it. The Winnipeg Jets, another team that's really... I went all goalies in my fantasy this year. My first 2 picks were Vasilevsky and Hellebuyck, and they've both been garbage. My best goalie's Cal Peterson. Okay. But, yeah, just small market. They lost their team for over a decade. Remember that? Yeah. Got to be rooting for at least Jets fans, if not the Jets themselves. Template. Where are the muffins? Oh, no muffins. I could steal some of my sons. We have baby muffins for a baby. Perhaps I'll go get one. But they're rally muffins, remember? Can't be losing. Can the Leafs score first? Can the Leafs not look terrible in the first period or first 10 minutes of a game? That'd be cool. By the way, out-of-town scoreboard. Oh, Sam Bennett's not going to do that again in Florida. That contract's stupid. 2 goals in the first 10 minutes. Panthers 2-0 over the Islanders so far. Sean, do you really think Vancouver is better than Calgary? Oh, I think you saw my season preview videos. It's tight, right? It's really tight between all the Canadian teams. And realistically, neither team is really where they should be. Calgary's an enormous question mark. Their group has changed so much. I don't even know what to expect out of them. And the Canucks, boy, they were so bad. Really hard to evaluate. Because they did well in the bubble. Probably shouldn't have been there under normal circumstances, right? Next season begins and it's an unmitigated disaster. That's a tough one. They got to get better defense. I really like what Winnipeg did to theirs. I don't really know about what Winnipeg did to Vancouver did to theirs. The Goonge, are you wearing your headphones correctly? Am I this time? Yes. So last year, I don't know why. It's a superstition. I like having it on this side of me because the door to the room is over there and I like getting up and I don't know. I do it on the podcast too. It really annoys people. Sorry, I got the permanent headphone dent. It doesn't matter to me. I'm not listening to a symphony, man. I'm listening to my own voice. Oh, reminder. Actually, producers, you can help me with this. I won't be able to hear the game. So, but you will. So what was really good last year is I'm like, I think it's icing. And the chat would go, yes, it is. Good job. Official swag. Thoughts on NHL 22? I actually just played it for the first time just before I played. I am a really good goal scorer, apparently. Much better than I was at 21. It's kind of choppy on PS4. We're in this weird in-between consoles thing. A bunch of people have PS4s. Some people have PS5s, but who do they play with? Because not that many people have it, but they're making next-gen console games. We're in kind of this weird spot. But anyway, I'm really enjoying it. As a defensive player, I usually end up having to play defense. I know people really don't like how easy it is to knock people off the puck. Dude, it's so much better. It's so much better. I really, I like it. I like it as a player who plays defense. Because okay, so you're like, oh, it's too easy to knock us off the puck. And as a defensive player, I look at it and I'm like, well, the puck used to stick to you. It was the worst. But there's also now more opportunities for deflections in front of the net I experienced. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Let's motor through these before the puck drops. Dylan, what do you think of the Tkachuk deal? I mean, it's way too much for most teams for a guy who's never cracked like a point a game, but the Sens are not a cap team. A guy is staying there. That's good news for them. Here we go. We got Anton Forsberg in net for the Ottawa Senators. He had a career-high 46 saves last game against the Toronto Maple Leafs. Good story on account of he was basically a prisoner on waivers last year. And Jack Campbell, he's been great as a Leaf. Great last season. Great to start this one. No reason to think he won't be great unless he gets injured, in which case it'll be that guy right there, Alex Bishop, who is currently sitting on an NHL bench in an NHL game. And Dubas wipes sweat off his brow, and I can't imagine why. Puck drop right now. Watch the Leafs game with Steve Dangle is underway. What do you think of the new Sportsnet score bugs there? Up top? I really like it. It's clean. And I'm not just saying that because I'm on the Sportsnet YouTube channel, and it's my, employer. Sometimes I forget. Like during the preseason, I'm like, oh, this is really nice. What channel is this? Oh, ours? Hey, speaking of which. Oh, did you see that? No, you didn't. Here comes the big line over the boards. Marner has had flashes. He's looked much better on the power play, certainly. But he's had some really good games without Austin Matthews. And those haven't quite been there to start this year. Nick Ritchie needs to find his thing. I do like that Keefe just slotted Tavares into Matthews' slot. That's probably the easiest thing to do. And I think part of the reason Ritchie has struggled is, boy, that's a slow line. Ooh, that's a decent little scoring chance. Another thing today is Justin Hall is not playing. Everyone's so caught up in the e-bug thing. That might not even become a factor in this game. Justin Hall is not feeling well at all. So Timothy Liljegren is in the lineup in his place, and he's simply replacing Justin Hall on what is effectively the shutdown pair with Jake Muzzin. We'll see if Sheldon Keefe plays with that. I kind of hope he doesn't. It's only game 3 of the season. Let him figure it out. So the pairings for the Leafs are Riley Brody, that's normal, Muzzin, Liljegren, and Sandin Dermott. That doesn't change from last game. And there they are right there. Sandin's looked really confident with the puck, and he's not afraid to let it rip.
One thing that you saw a lot of on Thursday was shots. 48-36 were the shots on goal. How about this little pass?
Let's see what we had here.
Go right across. What a great
Liljegren with the block!
There wasn't much he could do. He couldn't close the gap on Batherson to get
See, that's
there,
an interesting
so
example of
body, then chipped it up and
sort of what Justin Hall was talking about after last game. He had this enormous block on the 5-on-3, but he was sort of lamenting not having the pass beforehand. That was one of those things where in real time I'm like, I don't know about that positioning. And then you see another angle. And look at that. Big block. Leafs offensive zone pressure and a goal! Wayne Simmons! There we go! Our first Watch the Leafs game with Steve Dangle, goal of the year! That's big. I mean, on the list of Leafs who haven't had a great start, you could probably add his name. Let's look at this. Dermott works it to Sandin, again looking confident, and Wayne Simmons. Stick on the ice. This is what Sheldon Keefe talked about in the Amazon documentary. All right, between the legs, that pass. Both of them! Sandin between Mete's legs. And Simmons through Forsberg's. Great to solve Forsberg early after last game. Holy cow. What Sheldon Keefe was saying during the Amazon documentary is he wants more playoff-style goals. And he was asking for that all season long from the Leafs. Even though they were finding ways to win, they weren't scoring playoff-style goals. Ritchie, they're hoping will get them some. Bunting, they're hoping will get them some. And he scored a bunch in the preseason. I would call them playoff-style. And Wayne Simmons, just stick on the ice. Good stuff.
And now Ottawa out through center, and Mete leads them in. Parker Kelly, who scored his first
goal for the fourth line. It's been a bit of a tough start for them.
On the ice.
I was about to say they should probably be getting off the ice, and they are.
And Logan Shaw. Zoom with an outlet. And
a buddy of mine just texted me his 2-year-old watching me on the TV. Hi, Lucas. Lucas, the TV is talking to you.
Hands it off, and Morgan Riley to the attack over the line with Kasha. Sliding through Forsberg, and he's going to have to hold on.
Scaring children.
Wayne Simmons has a new little routine in the warm-up.
Let's get another look at this. Oh, what do we got? Oh. Fans back in the building has been such a big story, but family back in the building I don't think can be stressed enough. Also on that play, Simmons with his stick on the ice, but Spezza there too. That's something I've noticed with the Leafs, even dating back to the preseason, is it's not just a designated net front guy. They've been doing a good job of having two sort of in the goalie's kitchen. By the way, if you've never watched one of these streams before, it is not uncommon for my dog to make an appearance. Liljegren with the puck.
Deflection, and that was out of the reach of Tavares.
Sens have been kind of hemmed in for the opening little bit. Leafs with a much better start, which we talked about in the pregame. Marner!
Just fired that wide, and Tavares missed the tip on the doorstep.
That was fun.
That was sort of a shot pass, wasn't it? As Marner at the last second, I think Tavares was trying to turn, didn't quite get there in time, but a near miss there in front.
Stützle winds it up. Thomas Chabot to hit at center.
Chat, by the way, if I don't acknowledge you during gameplay, we have a team of producers who are. They're seeing your feedback and they feel you.
Ottawa moves it ahead.
They hear you.
Right through, and it goes
Chabot with a little rush there.
He'll hold on.
And the team, yeah, I like that from Dermott. Keep everyone the hell away from Jack Campbell tonight. Watch this play from Marner again. Look at how bad he wants it. Oh, he's been really, look at that. He's been really frustrated to start this season. And I kind of like it. Listen, like, I don't want him to be angry, but I do want him to learn to deal with the frustration. Learn to deal with the National Hockey League when the puck is not going in the net for you, which is something he's used to. He's used to the puck going in the net for him and his teammates.
20 minutes each. Brown played the most of all the four.
On these streams, I was defending him. Through the first 4 games, people were like, oh, the top line hasn't been very good. And I'm like, they're up 3-1. They're doing something right. They were only outscoring the Habs 3-0 in the series, but it's like they're outscoring them. That's how you win, isn't it? And then that stopped being a thing, and they lost. Michael Bunting in the corner. Another offensive zone draw here for the Leafs. Let's try to find some questions here. Cool Calm Collector. If Jack performs like he did last season, what does his next contract look like? I don't even want to think about it, bro. It's...
Game 1 for DJ Smith, you know, the big win.
I mean, the floor, like the cheapest his contract could be, even in a year where he struggles, is $3.8 million, because he's not going to get less than Peter Mrazek. I mean, I don't think anyone in this fan base would have a problem giving Jack Campbell 5. Would you offer him exactly what Freddie got? 5 times 5? I don't know.
Nikita Zaitsev shot off target.
Injury history. It's tough. Woo! What a pass from Spezza, the fourth line again. Simmons in front. Amadio can't bury it. It's under Simmons. Are we going to get a whistle? No, we're not. Amadio digs it out to Spezza. Snipe. Amadio. This is the best the fourth line has looked all season. Through 7 periods, granted, of course. Spezza's got a rocket. So few forwards are willing to use their slap shot, and most of the ones who do are old. And I'm not talking about standing still on the power play. Slap shot, like in the one-timer spot. Easily the Leafs' best start of the season. The standard was pretty low.
686 of those came as a member of the Ottawa Senators.
Apparently, I did get my friend's 2-year-old's attention. He was like, what? That little play from Liljegren there is why Sheldon Keefe, I think, is a much bigger fan of him than he used to be. Just strong, efficient little plays behind the net. I don't think we're going to get Erik Karlsson 2.0 like some people were hooking. Man, every right-handed Swedish defenseman, we're like, Karlsson! There it is. There he is. We have drafted Erik Karlsson. Hooray. Nope, not quite how it works. And that is something that's going to hurt Rasmus Sandin. Offensively, do you have any problem with Rasmus Sandin? I don't. In his own end, he's slightly shocking. He was pretty bad in Game 5, too, if I remember. Oh! Sends with some pressure here after not the strongest start. This is what is supposed to be the Leafs' top line getting caved in here. But they get it out. Richie up to Marner, who's getting after it.
In the Ottawa zone, Marner for Tavares.
You always forget that Marner and Tavares have chemistry, except not sure what that was there, Jonathan.
He's watched by TJ Brody. Tavares in to help out.
Oh, Nick, pizza pockets or pizza pops?
Feeds it back for Mete. Shot. And that's shrugged away by Campbell.
Okay, this might be sacrilege. What is a pizza pop?
Here's Riley over the line, sliding it through for Nylander.
Because I'm picturing like a pizza-flavored soda. I gotta say pizza pocket. But I would always get burned in Alexander Kerfoot! Another Leaf! You could have probably added to the list of guys who needed a hotter start. I have a friend who hates that man with all his soul. And guess what? I'm going to be sending him eyeball emojis right now, or when we hit commercial break, because Alex Kerfoot has his first of the season. Bunting just getting creamed in the corner there. William Nylander, excellent little backhand touch. He knows it. Look at this. Look at the puck. Look at the puck. Oh. And that's just Kerfoot swatting at a knuckler. Oh, no. Willie got it to settle down. But that's all because of the hard work of Bunting, who has just been smushed into the boards I don't know how many times to start this season.
Last year was 6 points, scores his first of this season. And
Alexander Kerfoot. Not the most noticeable first 2 games of the season. Oh, let's go, Richie. Let's go, Richie. Not the most noticeable first 2 games of the season, but boy, he was good
young Alex Bishop. We'll have more
in the playoffs. Why are they talking to Alex Bishop right now? Stop it. Stop it. We have our first commercial break. Oh, okay. So Drew is sending me pizza pops. And that is what I thought a pizza pocket was. Are they just different brands? What do you think? My mom bought different brands of mini calzones or whatever the hell? Now Drew's getting upset. Listen, I was trying to trade your apple for Dunkaroos, kid. All right? What were you guys, Lunchables? Oh, I bet you are. I bet you were. I would show up every day and kids would have Dunkaroos and Lunchables. Parents brought them McDonald's, and there was a place by our house called Chicken Joy. They would bring them Chicken Joy, and I'd sit down there with my bologna or peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and I'd be like, so this is how the other half lives. Leafs are up 2-0 on our first watch a Leafs game with Steve Dangle of the season. I am Steve Dangle. We're here on the Sportsnet YouTube channel answering your questions there. Chat. I'm already sweating. Woo! Zachary on the attackery. They started on time today, Steve. That they did, Zach. Let's get a chant going. Bare minimum. Come on. Raise the standard. Start on time. Jarvis, what happened to Mrazek? Well, the Leafs allowed a goal with less than a second left in the first period of their most recent game against the Ottawa Senators. And in the second period, they're like, we got to clean that up. We can't be allowing scoring chances in the last 5 seconds of the period. So what they did in the second period was they allowed a scoring chance in the last 5 seconds, and Peter Mrazek was forced to make an amazing save, and it looked like he might have pulled or tore his groin a little bit. Now, the reason why, I smashed the table there, the reason why, we're getting back to the game here, the Leafs have an emergency backup goaltender in net is because Mrazek's injury is supposedly not bad enough to put him on LTIR. And also Justin Hall. Oh, no! Justin Hall is sick. Good save by Campbell. Justin Hall is sick, so he can't play. And also, Mrazek is not on LTIR, is my understanding. So, I believe they'll be able to call up Michael Hutchinson tomorrow or the next day if they want. But right now, the Leafs have an emergency backup goaltender in net because they cannot recall a goalie on an emergency recall, which feels like they don't understand the meaning of the word emergency. But, you know, you could call it a stupid rule. But the Leafs know the rules. They hired a guy who wrote them.
I did like, though, in warm-up, he took time, and he actually spent a little time talking to him out
Brandon Pridham
and making sure his experience was good.
Oh, sends opening the Leafs up a bit. That's a great little play.
Turns with it. Pass for Camp, broken up by Norris. Now David Camp sends it in behind the Ottawa net.
I didn't see who that was. I'm assuming Liljegren, on account of he's the only right-handed defenseman in the lineup tonight. Oh, Riley lets it skip by him. That's going to count as icing, though.
Against Ottawa, and we've got a penalty, too, being called. Tom Shivslevsky and Ghislain Hebert.
Jamie, what was your go-to school snack then, Steve?
They got a little staring at each other. It's the
once in a blue moon.
Maple Leaf bench.
Oh, is Pierre Engvall getting a penalty here? Boy, he's got to clean that up. He takes way too many penalties for a penalty killer, man. Although the penalty he did take in the last game was soft.
Oh, boy, he's got one hand on
again? He did get him in the hands, though.
You know, when you think of
it started in the stick, but he gets him in the hands.
Night game ended with John Tavares at the lift of the stick.
See, my thing, to me, that's soft because it does not affect possession at all. It doesn't hurt the player. It didn't prevent him from making the pass. Or I guess they're saying his slash is the reason that he iced it. So maybe it does affect possession then, in which case I understand. It's unlikely it's called in the playoffs. I cannot believe the amount of pushback I got when I said that was a brutal call. Oh, no, he got him in the hands. Where? Sorry, what was my go-to snack? Yeah, sorry, like once a month I would get like a Nutella sandwich. I think I don't remember if I said that. I was too distracted by the penalty. But I guess that's not really a snack. Man, I was healthy lunch kid. Oh, no. Peanut butter cookies. My mom's homemade peanut butter cookies. Because I didn't want to give you the impression that I was like healthy skinny kid. No. I gorged myself on those cookies. They were amazing.
Around to Marner off the ledge, held in by Mete. Marner works the boards against his old teammate Connor Brown.
I loved Halloween though because I would ration that for school snacks for 2 months. Part of the reason I have back problems today is probably because of I would trick or treat for like 5 hours with all my friends.
That was a good play by Riley. Absorbed the hit as Sanford was trying to.
I went home and dropped Candy off once.
Was able to get to the puck first.
We'll get to more questions after this power play. In the meantime, the Leafs have killed off over half of it so far. Liljegren out there having to kill penalties. In the absence of Justin Hall, if he wants to stick in this lineup, he's going to have to. Can't clear the puck, though. Leafs scrambling a little bit. Nylander out there. And Nylander is the one who gets it out. Good job. He should be killing penalties. I know people are like, oh, it's Nylander. 5-on-5 and penalty killing are not the same thing. His skills, like his raw skill set, his tools, he should be able to kill penalties. You kidding me? Kasha and Amadio out there.
Inside the line and offside is called.
One good chance coming towards the net. You got 3 Ottawa Senators in position as just a good read here by Shabbat.
My coffee is
back to the side, right back to the top of the point.
Below room temperature.
There was a 3-on-1 there, but David Camp did an excellent job of supporting.
It's decaf, by the way.
Sure he got to that rebound
7:30. I'm not. I don't want my heart to explode. I had a fully caffeinated coffee before Game 1 of the playoffs last year, our Game 1 stream. Let me tell you, what a mistake.
On that penalty, which is done. And the Leafs still up by 2 with 8:42 left.
Our producers are in the middle of World War III right now, arguing about Pizza Pops versus Pizza Pockets. What have I gotten myself into? Everybody, watch a Leafs game with Steve Dangle. I am Steve Dangle. Leafs up 2-0 over the Ottawa Senators. Do you see that we have a score bug? I don't remember if we had that last time. We're going to be doing this every Saturday that the Leafs play. If the Leafs have a night off, I'm not going to randomly do Sabres Coyotes matinee. People watch that. Your Atlantic Division leading Buffalo Sabres. I should probably point out. Hey, you're here. Why don't you click like? Why don't you click subscribe? And why don't you tell all your friends? You got any friends who are like, I don't know how to watch the game? Well, you be a better friend to them. And you send them this link. And then they can watch it. Obviously, it's Canada only. You can't set your phone to steal. You can't punch in the steal setting. That wouldn't be nice. The scoring summary so far: Wayne Simmons with his first goal of the year. Rasmus Sandin, his second assist. Dermott, his first. That's the first goal. And only 6 minutes later, Leafs up 2-0, 8 minutes into the game. Alex Kerfoot with his first goal of the year. Nylander, his second assist. Bunting, his second assist. Bunting, a bit of a goal suck in the preseason. Getting punished to make a play. That's why I hate when people knock secondary assists. Oh, it's not a primary point. Like, okay. How does the guy make this how does the guy who got the primary assist make that pass? How do you get the puck? Because he got smushed.
4 shots so far tonight.
All right, we got a face-off here, but I'll get to the question anyway. Alan asks, Sabres have individual goal songs. Should the Leafs do this, and what would be your goal song? Listen, whatever gets rid of... Who's that, Hall & Oates? That's enough.
We'll get ready for a great night starting with
that is enough. What would be my goal song?
Tomorrow starting at 7 on CBC and CBC Gem.
That's a really tough one. Something super annoying. I've been listening to a song. I can't even say the title of the song on this broadcast. The title loosely translates to country poop. And it's just great beat.
Mentioned no changes to their lineup, so Michael Del Zotto.
Maybe gonna have a good day. That's what I would have.
Response from the crowd. But they play on and a lead feed for Nylander on this left side.
Here's the thing, though, you'd just never hear it.
An offside call.
On account of
I
can't. I'm not good at hockey.
I think rightly so, as Riley was just going after the puck.
Vey said they had Nutella back when you were a kid. Wow.
A good start for the home team, and you look at.
Are you calling me old? Seems like you're calling me old. Ottawa's about to head to the box.
Trying to turn quickly, and Kelly, as he does so
I believe that was Parker Kelly taking down Morgan Riley with the trip.
DJ Smith, though, just get some traction back, get some.
Leafs 6 wins in their last 7 home games against the Sens. That just seems so made up. Oh, no, there's no penalty. Okay, great. That's good. He fell. He fell. What Engvall did was bad. Can't do that. This? Oh, that's fine. Oh, are you making fun of me because I'm old? Because you used to be able to bring, like, nut products to school? When I was a student, Nutella, peanut butter and jelly, M&Ms. Oh, when I went to school, it was anarchy. Whoa! Shots are only 4-4, 13 minutes in. It definitely feels like both teams have had more than that. Liljegren getting caught a little bit. Campbell with the stop. Sends with the puck, though. Artem Zub. Stop by Campbell.
Campbell with another stop at that dangerous
Spezza
dash.
coming into the rescue, almost turns it over, and Amadio gets it out. Boy, this fourth line is great tonight.
Back, a game-winning goal in the preseason against Ottawa. Play back in front, a bouncing puck. Rasmus Sandin
Leafs getting out of a bit of a bind there.
Able to come up with that. Handed off to Amadio, and it's tipped wide off the stick.
Shots 5-5. Just as I say, it feels like there's been more going on. Action picks right up. God, the fourth line looks like it has an identity tonight. Shane Pinto avoiding a Jason Spezza check there, and the puck goes out of play.
Well, one of the difficult things as a young defenseman, especially when you're caught flat-footed with the speed of
Holy
Stützle.
cow.
Watch, Liljegren turns to the inside.
Oh
Now
boy, that's just
Stützle to get
Liljegren
to
getting
outside
turnstile there.
quickly, and with one hand was able to sort of ride that one up.
Oh,
the stick.
Stützle.
Campbell, as he gets in tight, can't get both hands there. And you
One
can
of the
see
weirdest
Campbell
tape
trying to
jobs in the
poke it,
league.
almost
I
poke it
love
off and off bar,
the
and
kids
in,
in the
but
NHL
instead, off the post and out.
embracing, why am I using hockey tape?
Stützle with a dozen goals last year.
Why am I using like $3 tape?
11 of the 12
Why am I using
His only home goal is
27
first
cents
in the
worth of
NHL,
tape
and
on this $400 composite stick
that Pinto back
with my name on it?
spot.
I love the
Ritchie
kids are embracing that.
disrupting things. And Rasmus
Stützle, I guess it's not even really just the kids.
Sandin, pounded there by a couple of
Stützle,
Senators, able to maintain
Panarin.
possession to get it to Tavares and out.
Pasternak.
Too far for Marner. That's icing.
That's
Toronto.
icing. Let's look down.
Well, welcome to the Hamilton East
Zaid,
Rescue
what's the first
Trade
Leafs game you remember?
Series, Tuesday at 8:30 on CBC.
So I
CBC.
remember
Chris, I like the fact you get that icing. You got a tired
thinking
Tavares
about
line,
and
goes right
talking
back out
about
the
the
north
Leafs
to get an
series
offensive zone
against the
face-off on your
Kings
strong side to try to
in
get
1993,
something offensively out of the ice.
but I don't remember watching it.
Sandin
I
has
would
done
have been
well as
5.
Josh Norris gets control. There's
My first
Batherson.
Leafs game that I ever went to, which I do remember a little bit,
Shrug off the check from Sandin. Holden across.
it's February 5th,
Shabbat to the net,
1994.
that goes
I'm
wide.
still 5.
Batherson taken down.
Against the
Ritchie
Detroit Red Wings,
leans
the
on Nick
Leafs
Holden to
lost
his advance.
4-3.
Gets past Holden and Ritchie.
They were down 3-1. They came back, and then I believe it was Sergei Fedorov
Start the change.
got the game winner. And that was the first and only time I saw Felix Potvin in net. I saw 3 Leaf games while he was the Leafs goalie,
An Olympic
and he was injured for the next 2. Felix Potvin was my childhood idol, and I never got to watch him play, which is why the Centennial Classic was so great for me. Because even though it sucked that Mike Palmateer got hurt, I was like, cool, I get to watch Felix Potvin for 2 periods now.
Now here's Ennis.
Sens with a lot more pressure right now.
Tyler Ennis
Firing a lot
across
wide.
the Tierney. Back
High and
around
wide.
for Ennis. At
And
the
or.
line, Zaitsev. Ennis
One thing Leaf fans got to
trying
stop,
circle it back to
and I've
TJ
seen it
Rhodey.
a little bit. Oh, man.
Disrupt
Getting
things.
out from under the Zaitsev contract was masterful.
Stays in, and Zach
Are we just going to ignore
tries to play
that
the
it
front.
cost Connor Brown,
TJ Smith on
and that
Sanford
sucks?
had his best outing as an Ottawa Senator.
and he's really good,
Struggling
and
in
is in
preseason,
a lot of
good
ways
when
what
the
this team
lights
lacks.
came on to start the new season.
And you see there,
I hate
just
that Connor
trying
Brown's
to
a
be
Sen. That
as
sucks.
aggressive as he can on the forecheck, use his body effectively when he can. That's
Sturneyman,
something that he does
which
well.
Leafs prospect are you most excited to watch this season? Ooh.
Jake Muzzin
I mean,
back.
Nick Robertson, obviously,
Around it goes, and a
because he's got the most
pass
potential.
rink wide for Kasha.
Everyone stop trying to galaxy brain your answer. It's Nick Robertson. I'll say my hipster pick
Back the other way,
is,
shot too
and some of
far
you might be
out.
saying Josh Hosang.
Muzzin back
I
to
wouldn't call him a
Muzzin.
prospect, and also the Leafs can't call him up, so until they sign him to a contract, he's not a Leaf prospect, really. Any team can sign him at any moment. He could be on the Habs next week.
Starts
you know?
back, a move on Spezza, lost
But my
the handle.
hipster pick is going to be Philip Kral.
Rasmus Sandin
Really liked him in the
behind his
preseason.
net. Off the board,
Nerds are
Super
kind of big on him.
in the zone for
Is that a
Ottawa.
penalty? No, it is not.
Amadio with a shoulder check.
Yeah, young kid, and he's just looked really good on North American ice so far.
Cross-checking call coming up against Ottawa.
Simmons fired up.
So that's Rule 59. And a cross-checking call.
Is this finally going to be a
on
penalty?
Thomas Chabot.
Okay. That is a great example of exactly what the league is trying to crack down on. So, watch a Leafs game with Steve Dangle. Hi, I'm Steve Dangle. here on the Sportsnet YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. That cross-check, right? You might look at that and you go, oh, it's soft, it's soft. What Pierre Engvall did to get that slash, which we acknowledge as a slash, right? Oh, it's soft or whatever. If it affects possession, they're going to call it. So he gets into the hands of Thomas Chabot. Thomas Chabot misfires a pass. It's an icing. Ref's hands are tied. What are you doing? Kind of forced his hand there. It affected possession. Knocking a guy down from behind with a blunt strike should probably be a penalty and probably affects possession. You have to crack down on it. It's one thing you're doing the little push off in front of the net. Difference between a push and a strike, and that didn't look much like a push to me. You see what players are doing, though, and I'd have to see the replay again. What Chabot did is they're going in, defenders are going in stiff-armed to make it look like a push. Make it look like less impact, but, I mean, you see the head snap back. It's kind of hard to ignore, and it's Wayne Simmons. It's not exactly like he's known for going down easy or diving. Woo! This is fun. The Leafs won their first watch a Leafs game with Steve Dangle, though. Oh, I should tease that we do have some intermission entertainment. Remember before there would just be a slate that says like Steve has to go to the bathroom or get a muffin or something? No more of that. We're going to have Sportsnet original content, baby, as the Leafs head to the power play with an opportunity to build their lead. The team's still without Austin Matthews. Maybe for the last time before he comes back. We don't know. Depends how good they look. If they look really good without him, maybe it buys them a little bit more time. Spezza putting it on. Oh, my God, how'd that pass get through? How did any of that get through? Mitch looking for a call here. Is he going to get it? Is he bleeding?
Not sure he's going to get the call.
What happened there? Keep an eye on number 16 in front. Was it Mete or Josh Brown?
But Nylander wasn't quite ready for the one-timer. Then the quick little
neither. It was who was the forward?
Able
Paul?
to that shot. Let's see, where does it ride up?
Nick Paul gets Marner right in the face with the blade of his stick. No call.
Two third period power play goals to make things interesting on Thursday. Riley in the middle takes the shot. That would block.
The penalty for a 5-on-3 has to be like a criminal offense. That or like a trip or a puck over the glass.
To the bench.
All right. Leafs first unit looked okay there. Somewhat dangerous. Nothing doing through the first minute. Oh! This is looking like a 2-on-1 for the Sens, partial at very least. Big stop, Campbell! Or a breakup. I'm not sure. Engvall fires it on. Whammo! Who's that, Bunting? Holy!
Michael Bunting looking for his first Leaf goal.
Engvall working it around. This second unit looks confident.
Shot doesn't get through. Jake Muzzin now out on the ice. Pierre Engvall.
10 seconds left. Leafs still with possession, though. They can work after this penalty expires. And it looks like it will, unless the Sens clear it, but they can't ice it. Michael Bunting fighting for the puck back so that Engvall can get it. Leafs still have possession, just like I said. Muzzin out to Sandin. Guy loves to rip it. Rips it wide. Sens are gassed here. Still have it. Unreal.
Muzzin again, down low, bunting backhand, loose in
Oh,
front, and
where
that
is it?
shot
Oh,
to the top of the net.
chipped just over the net.
Muzzin had a chance on the rebound. Leafs extending.
What a fun
pressure
way to head
here
to the
after
locker room if
power
you're the
play's
Sens. There's
done.
still a lot of time to go, though. You never know.
Shabbat tried to clear,
Still can't
do
get it out.
David Kemp out of the corner.
Leafs getting fresh legs out there. This is unbelievable. Zaitsev's been out there over 2 minutes.
Kerfoot back, and that
Blam!
shot off a skeet in front. 20 seconds left in the period. Ottawa frantically trying
Still
to
not
clear,
out.
but Muzzin's
This is
got
one
it
of the
to
longest
try.
offensive zone
Rasmus
possessions
Sandin
I've
across.
seen in a long time.
Here's a shot deflected.
And it
high
finally
and out of play, and
leaves.
The Senators needed that whistle.
Yeah, Zaitsev is
The
over
ice,
2.5
9
minutes
seconds
of
to go. The
just
Leafs still have an
penalties
offensive
and
zone
then
draw.
now defending,
All
but
they got to do is
here's
not
the odd man
completely
rush
botch it.
coming. Thornton trying to buy time. Looks like he was going to go backhand. The pass across goes back the other way. Engvall in alone. The one save here by Forsberg, and watch his defenseman almost pinches him off as he's trying to make the save. But Forsberg keeps that right shoulder up high enough. Zaitsev, though, that's
Yeah,
a
Zaitsev
hard
earned that
shift
little
to
sit
try to just
on the
box out in
bench.
front of the net.
Lots
2
of
minutes and
misses in this
37
game and
seconds
lots of
for him.
blocks. The shots being
2:08 for
8-6 for the
Alex
Leafs does not do this game justice. But you know that. You've been watching this game.
That's a
With
pretty
Steve
good
Dangle.
recovery
That's
though
me.
for Forsberg.
Here on the Sportsnet YouTube channel.
Beat that one of
Just
Kerfoot
sucking
in the yard,
wind
but
on the
good
bench.
saves to keep it a 2-goal game going into the second.
Late stages of the period.
Maybe with an opportunity here. It's not looking like it.
Flip it along,
And
off the ledge, and
clock winds down.
shots 8-6.
Probably safe to say the Leafs'
Wayne
best
Simmons
first period of the
and
season
Alex
so
Kerfoot,
far.
goal scorers. And the Maple Leafs on this first Saturday
And all of
night
a sudden,
the
we
season
haven't mentioned the fact that
have
the
a
Leafs have an
2-0
e-bug in
lead
net for quite some
20
time.
minutes of play.
What?
Run of the gang, and
We haven't
first
mentioned that Timothy
intermission.
Liljegren is in for Dustin Hall in quite some time. What? Because the Leafs are playing like a team. They're playing like a unit. And they are playing well enough to have the 2-0 lead over the Ottawa Senators after one. Did you like that? Was it fun? Good. I'm glad. Welcome. If you're just tuning in at intermission, which would be a strange time to tune in. This is Watch a Leafs Game with Steve Dangle. I am Steve Dangle. I got a question from the chat, and then after that, we're going to throw to a feature. It's Cabby hanging out with Connor McDavid in Ed Money. Sportsnet asks me, who wants to see Steve play the sugar cookie game from Squid Game this season? I just saw that episode last night. And, like, if I lose, like, does producer Drew have to do the rest of these and they're about the Colorado Avalanche, or how does that work? Why would you want me to play one of the Squid Games? I'm scared. Anyway, we'll be back after this feature. Watch a Leafs Game with Steve Dangle on the Sportsnet YouTube channel. Don't go away. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. We'll be back before the second period begins. But right now, here's Cabby, Cabral Richards with Connor McDavid.
Come to your boy.
How you doing, dude? Good to see you, man.
Guy, you look taller than last time. Do you have
That's good.
do you have some lifts in there?
No. What have you been doing? I haven't seen you in forever, man.
I went to Las Vegas.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Thanks for keeping in touch.
You got lost in Vegas?
Did I ever? There's a reason I'm back.
Man, I'm trying to go big. Man, I'm trying to go big. Big gon' big. Bigger than Tupac, bigger than Big. Bigger than Michael, bigger than Prince. Wanna get lit, but they can't stay lit. Man, I'm trying to go big.
Ladies and gentlemen, the man to my right is the very definition of a generational talent. And by the end of his career, he might have 97 trophies. Connor Andrew McDavid. Welcome, sir.
Good to see you.
McDavid, what a move! What a play! What a goal!
Connor, you're aware of this game. You gotta start somebody, you gotta bench somebody, and you gotta cut somebody. These will be the hardest choices you make today. Hold, please. We're gonna start with you, and then there's you, and then there's you.
What? Okay. Well, that's a good picture, so we'll do that one.
You're gonna start with the MVP here, okay, yeah.
I mean, this is just a horrible picture, but it's a nice moment, first goal, and we'll do that.
How do you feel about the spicy lettuce?
Yeah, it's definitely wild in that picture.
We need you in a baby fro. We need to have that more voluminous and spicier. So when you get up in the morning and you grab your phone, what's the first app that you use?
Message or something like that, see if anyone messaged me. Usually no one does.
Is that real?
Yeah.
You wake up and there's like 0 notifications as far as messages go?
Usually. Well, I'm on the West Coast, so all my buddies and family go to bed early, so I'm all caught up.
Yo, this tunnel is kind of like, you know how like in the WWE, like each wrestler has entrance music? Do you guys have like tunnel music?
No, we don't. Like tunnel music?
Yeah, like for this stretch where you're waiting before you go out into the bowl of the arena, and it's just like it's 1 or 2 minutes of a song to just get you tight.
No. I mean, usually we wait in there, and then someone opens the door and we walk through, and you can usually hear the fans in the crowd and the music, whatever's going on in here, and that's usually enough to get us going.
There's a legendary trainer. You work with a legendary trainer, but a legendary trainer whose clients include Dwayne Wade, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, a guy named Tim Grover. One of his favorite lines is, and let me quote him correctly, "Confidence is the ultimate drug and winning is the dealer." Are the highs of winning, are they as emotional as the lows of losing?
This kind of feels weird talking about this with you, obviously, but I don't know. For me, at least, after a big win, I can hardly sleep. After a big loss, I fall asleep almost instantly. So I think, obviously, big wins and that hype, I guess, that you get, I think that's such a high.
MVP edition, we got Steph Curry, we have Kevin Durant, and we have Giannis Antetokounmpo.
I mean, that's impossible.
Listen, life is about choices, bro. You have to make some tough choices, Connor.
This guy just won MVP, won the title. I mean, you got to go with him. Can I do that? All three there?
No,
I'd like to put all three of them.
You like to start them alone. You got to bench someone.
I mean, whatever. You're never gonna make the decision, so whatever. But
I saw a lot of consternation there. I know this is painful.
Yeah.
Tough choices, my friend.
That was a tough choice.
Listen, we've known each other for like 7 years, I think, and I believe that there's a barrier preventing us from being closer friends. And you're an iPhone guy. I'm a Samsung guy.
Yeah.
How much do you dislike the green text bubbles?
Hate it.
Right?
Hate
so
it.
you
Hate
judge those who have the green text bubbles.
Yeah.
And is that the reason why we're not closer? Because I'm not in any of the group checks. You see the green, you're like, F this guy. Like, I'm not responding to this. You're usually pretty fast though in responding. You respond within like an hour. Yeah. But there are some times where we're just like, is it the green or is it because I'm just obnoxious?
Well, it's perfect. You don't have the iMessage, so you can't tell if you read it or not.
So it's the green bubbles, or is it because I'm obnoxious?
Maybe a little bit of both.
It's probably more of the obnoxious, to be fair. In NHL 22, it unlocks X Factor for gamers. What skill do you think they amplify of your game when gamers are using you in NHL 22? Are you aware of which skill is the X Factor?
I'm not, but if I was to guess, I would say skating. Is that what it is?
Yeah, your speed.
Yeah, I would say so, yeah.
Not you're handsome?
Huh?
Not you're handsome on the ice?
I would doubt that.
What's your dog's name again?
Lenny.
Lenny. Where does Lenny sleep?
Lenny sleeps usually right beside me on the big bed.
Lenny sleeps in the bed?
Of course.
So it's you, Lenny, the lady. That's the little family.
Yeah.
In the bed. So wait, like does Lenny? Do you wake up and Lenny is like he's here, or do you just feel the power of Lenny's breath?
No,
on your
he
face?
usually likes to do a couple circles. And then he just backs his back like as hard as he can and it shoves you over a little bit, but it's good.
Wait, so Lenny backs his thing up onto you, and then when he sleeps, it's like, it's me and you, Dad. We're just right here.
Well, back to back, not
back to back like this.
Not like what you're doing.
I do like to back it up from time to time. Connor, we have Hall of Fame edition. Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, Aaron Charles Rodgers.
It's a tough one. Signed me a jersey one time. It was a pretty cool thing. Got to go with him. I mean, these two, obviously it's impossible, but you got to go with Tom and just the odd man out there, that's all. But our equipment guys have a bit of a relationship with the Packers equipment guys. And he signed a jersey to me one time, so that's why I got to go to.
What is the name of your fantasy football team, and who are your quarterbacks?
I got Joe Mixon, so it's like mixing it up.
It's better than Baby's Got Dak. It's better than Brady's Bunch. Who are your quarterbacks?
In that league, I got the GOAT, Tom Brady, in that one, and in another one, I got Kyler Murray.
We're gonna test that arm elite passing on the ice.
Oh, God. I'll go. You got a good arm, huh?
It's not bad. Connor, this is the football toss.
What
We
are
have
doing?
5 targets.
Okay.
1 point, 1 point. 2 points, 2 points. Money shot, 4 points.
Okay. In the net or on top of the net?
In the net, in the net. So you know what? And it can even bounce.
You want to start us?
Right. I can go. Oh my gosh. All right. I'll start.
You go one and then I'll go one. Just go through
Until somebody gets one?
What do you think I don't know if we're gonna get any, truthfully.
Football toss. Gabby versus Connor.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, man.
Oh, mother. I'm swearing a lot right now. Can you hear it?
Oh, my God. Yeah, right. Oh, my God, look good, though.
Thanks.
Gotta get one.
Get out of here.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my gosh.
That's a long way down there.
Oh, man, you are on target,
All
bro.
over it.
I got to get the money shot.
This is the easiest one, no? Yep. Bounce. Yes.
Oh, my God. How is that possible?
Over for the win. That one's almost like cheating.
This is the one game I thought I could beat the kid in. I thought I could get him in this.
That was a poor performance from both of us.
In your home office, it's very hard to get W's, and this is just another example from somebody from somewhere else trying to win here. It's basically impossible. Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
All right, let's go eat, man.
All right.
I need a drink.
Howdy, everybody. How was that? Wasn't that great? Wasn't it better than having to watch a slate that said Steve's letting his dog out or something? I'm so glad Cabby's back, man. I'm so glad. Never felt right when he went away. Now he's back in Canada, where he's from, where his heart is. Playing ice football with Connor McDavid? What a life. This guy's got such a life. And the Leafs have such a 2-0 lead on the Ottawa Senators, and that's called the transition kids. Watch a Leafs game with Steve Dangle. I'm Steve Dangle. We got a few of your questions before we get to the second period of action. Obstacle. If you could be Kyle Dubas for 1 month, what would you do? Work really hard on pretending to be Kyle Dubas for a month. Can you imagine having to be someone else for a month? You got to know everything about them. Like, I don't know any of his family members' names. Really? That'd be so difficult. Brandon Pridham would be like, hey, you ordered a different coffee. I've never seen you order a different coffee in 5 years. And I'd have to be like, oh, that's so weird because I'm Kyle Dubas. What would I do? It's hard to say what I would do in this scenario, but I will tell you the most pressing thing for the Leafs is 2 things. How sustainable is having 3 $11 million forwards? That's obvious. And do you do the easy thing, and that's keep Morgan Rielly all year and into the playoffs and watch him walk for nothing? Or do you do the hard thing and trade him? That should be a daily conversation in the Leafs office. Dude, Charlie McAvoy just got over 9. Makar got over 9. Nurse got over 9. Werenski got over 9. Jones got over 9. And I don't care if you think all those guys are better than Rielly. I can tell you he's not significantly worse. Not significantly enough that it'll make him affordable. That dude's cap hit is $5 million right now. And if you think it's going to be anything less than 8, Dougie Hamilton got over 9. If you think it's going to be less than 8, you're wrong. I think you're incredibly wrong. Travis, how do you recover from watching your team getting smacked? You just kind of swear and play video games. That's been my strategy for 14 years. Rick, does Matthews win the Rocket again? Isn't it unbelievable that he hasn't played a game yet? There's already a guy who has 4 goals. And answering yes just seems logical. He's coming off a wrist surgery. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say he doesn't. I think he's the best goal scorer in the game right now. Ovechkin's obviously historic, but I'm talking about like right now. But to be the best in the NHL is really difficult. To do it year in and year out is really difficult. And to do it coming off a wrist surgery, I think it's especially difficult. And there's my dog. Are you going to lie down and you'll just be here all game? What do you think? Should they trade Morgan Rielly? He's left. He's gone now. Okay. Jump up. Jump up. He looks back at me for permission to jump on the couch. He could just do it. What was the question? Does Matthews win the Rocket again? No, because it's hard to win the Rocket, and he's coming off a wrist surgery. He's a human, not a mutant. Rachel, what did you think? What do you think you could beat McDavid in? Doritos eating, for sure. Like physically? You know what I was really good at as a kid? Is that game where you put a ball under one of 3 cups and you got to guess which one it is. I would mop the floor with McDavid at that game. Travis, what's your favorite Go station? Rouge Hill, baby. If you've ever asked yourself, who the hell gets off at Rouge Hill? Me. Oh, at least I used to. Now it's Oshawa, obviously. If I got off at Rouge Hill now, it'd be a hell of a walk. Christine, with the borders reopening, what American arena would you want to go to first? Madison Square Garden, for 2 reasons. 1, it's Madison Square Garden. Number 2, I bought tickets to a Rangers-Panthers game one time, and it turns out they were fake. I got the full New York experience. It was great. Yep. That happened. Oh, I know. Don't worry. Lesson learned. Bradley, does Hyman make the Oilers a better playoff team? I think so. Their forward group is way better. Right? So team is a difficult question. Their forward group is way better. Are they better in net? Is Koskinen going to be as bad as he was last year? No. Probably not. Is Smith going to be as good as he was last year? No. Probably not. So we'll call that break even in net. Did their defense get better? Hyman helps with the team defense. But did their defense get better? He makes them a more formidable group up front. Yes. Hyman's presence has nothing to do with whatever decisions they made there on the back end. I don't know why the Oilers watched the Leafs in the bubble, and they were like, yeah, we want 2/3 of that right side. We're going to win now. Okay. Nick, did you 100% beat Red Dead yet? No. No. I've beaten Red Dead many times as the second period begins. Red Dead Redemption 2. But to beat it 100% is ridiculous. I was trying to, and if I ever did it, I would have to stream it. I would also have to get fired, because I would need the time to be able to do that. And unless you want me to do it, try to achieve 100% on Red Dead in half-hour intervals every day for 8 months. I don't think I would even have the patience for that. Shot 6-8. If you're just joining us, once again, this is Watch a Leafs Game with Steve Dangle. I'm Steve Dangle. On the Sportsnet YouTube channel, please click like, please click subscribe. Tell all your friends. We're going to be here every Saturday night watching the Leafs. Whoa! If you're just tuning in, the shots being 6-8 does not really do this game justice. It undersells what the Leafs have done, and it undersells what the Sens have done. The Sens have missed the net a lot, had shots blocked. The Leafs have had a ton of shots blocked. They ended the first period with at least, 90 seconds of sustained offensive zone time, only half of which was on the power play. Sens have had a few good chances that didn't really go anywhere. Leafs really doing a much better job of holding on to the puck in this game, though, than they did in either of the first two. Or I should say parts of the first two. And just like that, here come the Sens. Tyler Ennis in the corner, though. Watch the hold there, Rasmus. That was close. Oh, what a move by Ennis. Who was that he cooked? Oh, it was either Sandin or Dermott. He absolutely cooks him. Here's that sort of semi-hold. Sandin gets there. Oh, I thought he windmilled Kerfoot. Oh, no. He goes right through Sandin. Woo. Man, for a guy who's always on borderline league min contracts and on your fourth line, God, Tyler Ennis can do some special things sometimes. Remember that time he scored a hat trick with the Leafs? God, I miss him. Oh, Campbell did not know where that puck was.
Here's Josh Brown moving up. Former member of the Whitby Fury. Holden on the near side, bodied by Kasha. Dermott watched by Formanton, flicking it ahead to Kasha. Holden seals the
By the way, if anyone's wondering why it's just the Leafs being streamed, I have asked. You can only stream one at a time.
Already up around 35 minutes when he played.
It'd be great to have some other teams. I agree.
Campaign last year with Boston. Ennis ahead. Formanton unable to skeet onto that. And Riley sends it ahead for Kasha.
I think it'd be great to have some other teams, other hosts, other sponsors. Want to get in on this? Huh?
Here comes Shabbat.
What do you want to do? You want to sell some underwear?
Shabbat shot off Riley.
What else? What are the big ones? Shavers? You know, for your face?
Providing competitive odds on all sports.
Why, what did you think?
Interaction is Canada's odds maker.
Sports Interaction? That's a good one. It was right there on the screen. That wasn't even planned.
Leafs are hoping can provide some secondary scoring, and
where was I?
Everybody with their fingers crossed that he can stay healthy. He could stay healthy.
Ooh, baby. Tony, what's the highest number you would offer Riley this summer as the Sens get a chance?
Miscued on that one-time attempt.
I mean,
Works them loose to
here's the
Norris.
problem. You can't ask me because it's not my money,
Shot off the leg
and I
wide.
love him. So the highest I would do is 12 million.
For Amadio and Spezza's.
Because he was drafted in
Stick on that.
2012.
Well down by
All the cool
Simmons.
kids are getting jersey numbers in their contracts, but no. The new trend is draft years.
First campaign with Toronto.
It's a big start to the third game of the season for him.
Some
First
teams
two
do
games,
both.
Simmons
Brody trying to ring it around, and it does not
Everyone
work.
talks about his ability to change the game,
Ices the
and
puck.
they've gone through the first two games without one
Man,
hit.
what would I give Riley?
First period, got a hit, got a goal, and as we were talking, get to that
That's the
point,
thing, man. I just
get
don't
that
think they can
inside
afford it.
position. He was
I think the best thing they
side
could
by
do
side
is,
with Spezza, and Spezza took one of the guys, and
or
he
the
was
best they
ended
could do
up
is offer
being
term.
on and got the goal scoring started for the Leafs.
They got some good young
Simmons
defensemen
scored
coming up,
5 in
but
the first 12 last year, and then the broken wrist. And
like expecting Rasmus Sandin to simply step into Riley's slot is asking a lot of the kid, man.
Spezza. Nice pass
Woo!
to Riley hit the goal post.
As Morgan Riley almost
Riley
scores.
Off the rush.
God, I love him.
Comes close to the Leafs.
Great deception there by Spezza. Looked like he was going to dump it in and ended up with the little support pass to Riley, who had jumped up.
We should have. Oh, Nick Ritchie in front. Mitch Marner
Fired it just wide.
up and over. Oh, he's gonna bury one,
Ritchie
and
fires
he's
it
gonna
across into
celebrate
Marner's
like
corner.
Macho Man Randy
Tavares, the
Savage
backhand.
winning the World Heavyweight Championship. Anton Forsberg got no idea where that was.
Boards by Ritchie. Pinto around. And now it's Tavares centering it. It comes back. Munson right on. More pressure from this Tavares line. Ritchie after it along the end boards. And now Tavares heading off. And the Leafs making changes as Shabbat through center. Drops it off. That shot right on. And Shabbat tied up as he looked for the rebound by Travis Dermott.
That's a 2-minute shift for Shabbat.
Sens with a chance here.
Got off. Shabbat stayed
Or
on
just
and
trying to
held
figure
it
out something technical here.
Shot into the glove of Campbell, who will hold on.
My face is lighting up
jumping up on both
periodically,
sides.
and
If
it's
you're
nothing
thinking
to do with
Ottawa,
anything
you
in my
think
room.
Shabbat, and on the other
I
side,
think
you
it's
think
literally
Morgan
someone
Riley.
in
Once
the
this play by
building
Spezza,
is taking
it looked
photos.
like he's gonna dump
We're
it in,
seeing it
gets
on the
stick to the
broadcast, and it's
outside.
flashing in my
Morgan Riley
face.
with that quick little release past the stick of Zub, and then Morgan Riley, or pardon me, Mitch
Oh,
Marner
Mitch
trying to
does
go
not
up and
miss
over
by
the glove
much.
just a little bit too high. We've seen a couple of those by Marner early this season.
Muscle
Nick Paul
sweaty.
out with Tierney
Probably
and
causing some of the
Sandberg
glare.
was with Brown and Pinto, and a stop there by
It's a
Campbell.
Leafs jersey. It's
So
very thick.
DJ Smith is making some alterations
I always think it's funny,
in his
like that
lines.
little moment there with
Chris,
Dermott,
of
and I
any
wasn't sure who the
question
Sen
mark
was.
about Jack Campbell
When they have their little
this is sixth
tough
period
guy
of
shove and
hockey.
match,
He's only allowed one goal
but
to
then they
this
don't commit
point,
to it, and they
and
just sort of go
coming in Game 2 was unexpected.
and let
But
go.
right now, this is his
They decide,
28th
we're not
start of
angry.
the last 35 games for the Toronto
A
Maple
question
Leafs.
from
To
God.
this point, 18-7
That's their
and 2.
username.
I mean, that's a
Would you
starter
rather
who
watch
can
the Leafs
tighten
lose
up
in
and
round
really
one
show
again or
at
miss the
least to
playoffs
this point
altogether? What
he
is
can have starter-type success.
the devil,
Kind of
actually?
Well, Kyle opened the show talking about the marathon that the NHL
Okay,
season
here's
is.
here's
That's
the answer.
question. Campbell's never
Either
played
way, I'm
31
miserable.
in a game,
Yep.
in a season. And
But
we know he's gonna
in round
be
one,
busy in the short term without
I
Peter
would
Mrazek.
make
You could see he
more
excels
money.
on Saturday
So
night.
Yeah, you went out the big
first round.
stage. You come here to Toronto, and Saturday night's
There you go.
always an amazing night to be on Hockey Night in
Dude,
Canada.
this is my job.
Series. Last
I want
season was
all 7
undefeated.
Canadian teams to make it.
Got a 2-goal lead here in this one.
Andrew,
Nylander waved out
who do
Kerfoot
you
in,
want
and
back
he'll
most?
draw back to
Kadri,
Brody
Hyman, or Connor Brown?
and
Oh,
Riley for Kerfoot.
wow.
Nylander cruising behind the net. Back
That's a
up
lot.
top. Riley looks
Oh,
for a
boy,
shooting
that's a
lane.
lot.
And lost possession at the line.
Naz?
Re-rack at center under the pressure from Nick Paul.
Naz, but I would use him
Josh Brown.
similar to how
Nylander
Kerfoot is
got a
used.
stick on that. Now Bunting tying up Brown,
And similar to, I
Kerfoot
think,
picks
how
it
the
up.
Avs use him. Like, he's got to play
At the
some
point
wing.
with Liljegren
Dude,
unable to
Naz,
reach
imagine a second line of Kadri, Tavares,
that.
Nylander.
The 6-minute mark of this second period.
Ew.
Liljegren ahead, and now over the line of Mario. Great
Ew.
pass.
Oh, Spencer!
And he Hit the side of the net there with one of those Spezza fake shots.
Puck possession clock.
I've seen that so many times,
I
haven't you?
think
Just
new to
got it
Sportsnet
such a
this year. The
tough
Sens
angle
just
there
hit
by the
11
time he
minutes.
was able to get around
But the
stick
Leafs
there.
up at 14, and a big reason for that was their unbelievable end of the first period. Here comes the fourth line. They've been much better in this game than in previous ones, if you're just tuning in.
Broken up, but he gets it back and works his way ahead. Artem Zub redlining in for the
Sens dump it in. Travis Dermott collects.
Sandin for Amadio.
Mario eventually collects. Chips it in. Very fourth liney of him to do that. Leafs not able to hold the zone though.
Into the Leaf zone, centered it.
Dangerous little play there. Nick Ritchie, this is what I'm talking about with the speed, man.
Taken out by Mete. Marner on it. And Tavares.
If it's Marner and Matthews flying in and he's the third guy, which is what they brought him in for, is to be the third guy, I think it's a different story. I just don't think him with Tavares is a fit, leading to an amazing scoring chance, and Tavares getting robbed.
John Tavares.
What a reflex play by Forsberg. Puck's coming from your left.
Oh my goodness. Marner with this pass. Tavares, forehand, backhand, into the glove. What a save by Anton Forsberg. Wow. Watch a Leafs game with Steve Dangle. And that's why. Holy smokes. This is a stream, which is like a broadcast. So I get to do all the broadcasty things. Remember that save, folks. You know what's great about saying that is if you do need to remember that save, you look really smart. And if you don't have to remember that save, then it doesn't matter. No one's going to be like, you told me to remember that save, and I shouldn't have. Craig Simpson? Why did you tell me to remember that? My memory is like an old VHS. I taped over my wedding to remember that save, and they ended up losing anyway. Sorry. This is only the first one? Okay. Travis, Steve, do you have any other interests or hobbies? I love Lego myself. Well, I do love video games. I love Red Dead Redemption 2 and Shell, but I guess it's not really a hobby. I like history, but not as much as my friend, Adam Wilde. I like walking my dog. You know, I got to tell you, hobbies have taken a bit of a back burner. Hey, you know what's a hobby? Raising a 1-year-old child. I like reading. I listen to a lot of hockey podcasts and try to stay up in the news and everything. A little bit about like news and politics. More just learning.
Yeah, you gotta like that. A little bit of a laugh to his teammates.
As the second period resumes, Tavares is definitely going to want to bury one after getting absolutely robbed by Anton Forsberg. There's Marner. Leafs hold the zone. Little grin, bit of a hope and a prayer there. Can't exactly blame them as the Leafs regroup.
Almost halfway through this game. It's a good
Gameplay. It says, what's your dream job? This one. Have you noticed I'm in a room full of toys talking about the Leafs? When I was a child, this is exactly what I pictured. I'm just letting you know that. This is exactly what I hope for. Leafs draw a penalty. I'm going to guess it is Parker Kelly this time. High stick on Muzzin? Yep. Those are the worst ones. Oof! Because odds are it's not going to draw blood. But it is going to potentially, like, break your bones. Oh, it did draw blood. That's such a weird rule. The draw blood rule. Hey man, look, I'm bleeding. Ah, you're not bleeding that much. Oh, okay.
I just think the confidence to get the puck movement.
Leafs win the face-off.
Without really delay. Quick puck
On the power play, 0 for 1 tonight, but they did get 2 shots. Ooh, Tavares. He's got those phone booth hands out tonight. Cannot convert. Spezza shoots. Stopped by Forsberg, and Tavares sniffing again.
Tough read for Forsberg too. You think of the game on Thursday, you had Spezza.
I gotta tell you, I think the Leafs power play has looked pretty good through 2 games. Not spectacular results necessarily, but they're getting lots of shots, lots of scoring chances. They've had a couple duds. Their power play also started great last year. We all know how that turned out.
And the puck cleared there by
Riley can't hold the zone.
With 30 seconds gone in the Parker
Cannonball the Great. Is Marner trying to do too much because he's snake bitten? Maybe. When he struggles, he does do too much. I think on the power play, it looks like he's trying to do too much, but that's because he's adjusting to a new role. Everyone wants to pick on Marner, and nothing? Is that offside or a trip? Again, I can't hear the game. You go into the box, 5-on-3?
Standing still at the line there, and just a smart play by Bunting.
Michael Bunting. A little bit of Nazem Kadri, Bob Ross. No, that's not a dive, though. That's getting your feet whacked out from underneath you.
6 of 5-on-3 time.
2-man advantage for 1:06. Zaitsev is a penalty killer of theirs. I don't know about Parker Kelly. I know DJ Smith and the Leafs use Zaitsev on the penalty kill quite a bit. I believe that's Spencer Carberry there on the Leafs bench, drawing up a power play here. They take a timeout because why wouldn't you? You have a minute and a little bit to work. By the way, that Anton Forsberg save.
To perfection, and I'm sure that's
a hat pick.
For Jack Capuano of just anytime you get looking at a number.
Steve, I want your hat pick mug. Where do I get it?
Good active stick to take away those one-timer chances.
You'll be finding out soon enough. Oh, but soon enough isn't immediately. Oh, well. That's a dang it. I want that one too. I'll tell you where to get that one soon.
Kind of an interesting lineup, isn't it, with Ritchie getting in there? You think of how
and this one
on Jason Spezza has been on the power play. He's got a goal and assist on the power
anyway,
play to this point, but on this 5-on-3.
Enough of me trying to sell you stuff that's not for sale yet. Leafs power play, 2-man advantage, 1:06 to work. Tavares wins the faceoff. We got the behind the net video game camera. Nick Ritchie in front.
A 2-man advantage. Marner to Riley. Parked in front, Big Ritchie.
Tavares and Marner on the flanks. We got a shot. We got a rebound. We got a save from Anton Forsberg.
So the only one-timer option.
Once again, the Leafs power play getting opportunities, getting shots through. Which, when they were struggling last year, you couldn't even say that. Nylander with the shot, Ritchie with a little bit of the hand-eye.
Most importantly, Chris able to find that rebound and pounce on it.
And a face-off win by Brown.
Producer Soup goes, Steve's just been riding around on his horse in Red Dead for 4 months waiting for hockey to start. Shut up. I actually went outside this summer, believe it or not. How dare you? Is Tavares going to lose it? No, he is not. Wow, that's a pretty nice little keep there. Boom! Stopped. The Leafs will still have the power play once this 2-man advantage is done. If it gets there, Tavares again, man, he's had like at least 3 scoring chances. Leafs clear the puck, and if they can, yeah, that's a good little stop there from Campbell as the Leafs try to gain the zone before the Sens get a man back. Can they do it? If they can't, could be a dangerous little break here, actually. Yeah, see? There's Parker Kelly. But Mitch Marner read it. Leafs still with 45 seconds to work here on this man advantage, halfway through regulation. Leafs doubling up the Sens in shots, 20-10.
Brings them ahead, red line and in. Forsberg unable to knock that down.
Forsberg, if you're a goaltender,
On it, Engvall does.
then the goal.
And now Spezza
Nice little
back
move
out
there
on
from
the
Spezza.
power play.
20 seconds to
Bunting
work,
Simmons to the
roughly.
front. Here's Engvall on the near side.
I don't know if I've ever seen Engvall take a one-timer in my life. I was kind of wondering if it was about to happen there.
Sandin shoots it just wide.
Is he capable?
Engvall reloads for
8
Sandin.
seconds to go. You're going to want to get the shot off at some point. Or just lose it. Or just keep it. Or just fan on it.
Able to come up with it.
And the Sens, nope, opting to change instead. The Leafs cannot convert on the 5-on-3 where they took a man advantage. And maybe more than that Anton Forsberg save, you're going to want to remember that one. Kevin BX is saying on the broadcast the other night, usually the team that doesn't score on the 5-on-3 doesn't win the game.
Couldn't put another dent in Forsberg. There's TJ Brody stepping up. Stutzla can't play it past him. Kasha off a leg. Comes to Muzzin.
Leafs still with pressure, though.
Off a stick wide. Andre Kasha
I've not seen enough out of Kasha.
David Camp is there. Kerfoot.
I haven't really seen much out of Kampf either because the Leafs are the ones dictating the play. He hasn't really honed in on anyone in particular that I've noticed.
Now Kasha knocked it loose. Kerfoot trying to center it against Stutzla.
Kerfoot, Kampf, and Kasha. I actually kind of like this line. I think the Leafs, I think it may be a permanent line once Matthews is back. Oh, Stutzla cooks Brody! In, stopped by Campbell. Whoa! Sens don't have a goal tonight, but they have busted out the moves. They've probably had 3 of the nicest highlights. Ennis cooking Sandin, Stutzla cooking Brody, and Forsberg with the save on Tavares. Watch this. Brody's doing fine. Cooked. Oh. Kampf getting back. I don't know how much it helped. Stopped by Campbell, and Stutzla is upset because he knows I could have been in Steve's hat picks, for crying out loud. Yes, you could have, Timmy. Holy. Edwin. Steve, what's your favorite NHL arena? Oh. I haven't really been to many, unfortunately. I've been to games in Buffalo, in Ottawa, in Montreal. Montreal's great. Scotiabank Arena. Hard to say that's the greatest, you know. And in terms of American cities, I haven't seen a ton. I saw an all-star game in Columbus and an all-star game in St. Louis. Those don't count, right? It's all-star games. I did really like it in Columbus, though, actually. Pittsburgh, Edmonton. I've been to Vancouver, but never for an NHL game. I went there for the draft, and I also went there for the gold medal game in 2010. So I'm going to say Vancouver because that was great, even though it wasn't an NHL game. I have way more places to go. Oh, Boston. I got to say, I really do enjoy TD Garden. I have seen the Leafs win there. It was a regular season game, but shut up. It's a fun place to watch a hockey game. I also know a guy who got knocked out for wearing a Leafs jersey there, but you know, like, it's fun there most of the time. Nope. Already asked that one. Faith, on a scale of 1 to 10, how confident are you the Leafs win this? Ban Faith from the chat.
Weave his craft, and he's had another.
Why are you trying to do that to them?
Busier of the two, but excellent all around.
You stop off Stutzla.
Don't you do this faux positivity? I know you're trying to jinx them.
I love the story of goaltenders with, you know, a long path to becoming into this spot. You had a 29-year-old in Campbell getting his first opening night start, and at the other
I don't know
end,
about this
28,
Faith person.
Gideon,
can you jinx the Leafs and say the word no? What? Ban Gideon as well. How are these getting through, Drew?
Now Spezza.
What's the matter with you? Once again, the fourth line, a little bit of pressure.
Spezza back on it.
I'm sorry, your fourth line should look good at home. Because the coach has the advantage. Home ice advantage. You can put your fourth line out in positions to succeed. Good read there by Wayne Train.
Different combinations for DJ Smith here tonight.
And Spezza just trying to get off. Veteran move there. Jackson, who's the worst team in the league? I gotta say, I know Buffalo's got 2 wins in 2 games. That doesn't make them good. But, man, we gave them a lot of crap for their roster. And then I saw the Coyotes roster, and I thought, goodness gracious, Great Balls of Fire, is that a piece of crap too? They started a guy today I've never heard of. I got a text from someone who works in hockey, and they saw the lineup, and they're like, who is this person? And like sometimes, you know, they're actually a good prospect or something, but you've just missed them. I've never heard of that guy. I didn't have any Coyotes fans like, no, he's actually good. I never heard of him. So I'm going to say Coyotes, closely followed by the Sabres. Coyotes are going to get worse, too. Like, the Sabres are going to trade guys, probably, and try to get some picks. The Coyotes, who already have all the picks in the world, like, I don't know if they're going to trade, like, a Chikrin or a Fisher, but, like, or a Krause, but Kessel's gone. Is that not offside? There you go. Steven, which team do you dislike the most? Ooh. I don't really think I have one. As we head to commercial break, watch a Leafs game with Steve Dangle on the Sportsnet YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. Yeah, I know it seems like a cop-out, but like, I don't really hate teams anymore. I get annoyed at fan bases sometimes, but I know it's just corners of fan bases. Like, I have friends in all of them. The Wild I used to hate. Now they're fun. I used to hate them because they were boring. Used to hate the Sabres as a kid. Used to hate the Flyers as a kid. Used to hate the Devils as a kid. Any of the teams that beat the Leafs in the playoffs. Hated the Sens. For obviously a different reason than that. Hey, a playoff-related joke I can make where the Leafs are not the butt of it. Isn't that nice? Never really hated the Habs. I mean, I guess in terms of I don't hate the fan base, but God, do I hate this team, the Bruins. Even without Chara, the Bruins. Maybe just specifically Brad Marchand, but like, I don't know, they got a few greasy rats on that team, man. McAvoy, underrated among them, by the way. Andrew, late night snacks or big breakfasts? Oh, big breakfasts. Big breakfasts. Always big breakfast. I was about to say the older you get, the better big breakfast is than a late night snack. But no, I've always been a big breakfast guy. There used to be this place in Pickering called Catherine's. I don't know if it's still there. You get a P-mail bacon sandwich. There would be like 6. Oh, my. Oh. There'd be like 6 pieces of P-mail on a Kaiser. And I would crush one of those once a weekend.
Boy, it hardly looks like
I miss it dearly.
It's exactly the same smile.
I just realized that for breakfast tomorrow, I could have P-mail bacon in a croissant. I'm going to do that. Okay. Watch a Leafs game with Steve Dangle. I'm Steve Dangle. And salivating. Leafs still holding on to this 2-0 lead. About 5 to go in the second period, and William Nylander almost makes it 3. God, he's been good to start the season for the Leafs. Whoa, good read by Riley there. Sens go for a line change. They have a scoring chance here. Oh, and it skips over Shabbat's stick.
That little fumble of the puck might have cost Shabbat a grade A chance.
Another great play by Stutzler, though. You could see just
As the
his
puck is
ability
dumped
to
into the
come
corner,
around,
Phil, which
moves with the
player
stick, and he passed the
most
bounce a little
exemplifies the
bit
hate
up top.
So here's Formanton out
them
on the
unless
fourth
they
line
play
to
for you
get
mantra?
Smith
I mean,
along with Logan
Marchand,
Shaw and Parker Kelly.
right?
After it,
If he was on my team, I would love him. Are you joking? I would defend him at every turn.
David Camp unable to force it out.
Like
but
Nazem Kadri,
ball there.
but competing for the scoring title.
He made
Like,
that errant pass 2 nights ago, but
how do you not love him if you're a Bruins fan? I'd defend him to the death.
Here's Rasmus Sandin.
He seems like a decent enough guy off the ice. Kasha almost getting his first as a Leaf there.
Just a little bit too hot for Kasha to get it to the net. Dermott now fires it.
Dermott fires it on, blocked. A lot of blocks in this game.
Kelly him, but Logan
Leafs
Shaw
out shooting the
over
Sens
there
20-12.
and send it down into the Leaf
I'd
zone.
love to see the shot attempts because it really doesn't feel that lopsided.
Rasmus Sandin ahead. Simmons
Possession maybe,
at the Ottawa line.
but in terms of actual shot attempts, not as much.
With an outlet and back up
Robbie, have you ever been horseback riding in real life? No.
Shane Pinto trying to get away from Simmons. That
Elephant
pass
and
doesn't
camel,
work,
yes.
stays in. Pinto fired and Campbell got a bit of the
I used to
paddle
work at
on
the zoo.
that.
Well, they didn't have elephant rides at the zoo. That was when I was a kid.
Now Liljegren
Oh, Liljegren!
lost it to Brown, who gets the shot
Oh,
off.
Jack Campbell stands
Jack
tall.
Campbell again with the stop, and Pinto
We got a little bit of a
not gonna
brouhaha.
get moved easily from the front of the net by Jake Muzzin.
In front of the Leafs net. Jack Campbell's been real good in this game. It's not like the Sens haven't gotten any chances. Kasha just haunted by that little miss there he had. I don't know if we're going to get another look at it. Here we go. Kampf in front of the net. It goes right through his legs. Was that on purpose? Sure looked like it.
Towards the net enough, and what a little stick move there by Brown, but Campbell
Sens have
able to
been
shut
dancing
the
tonight,
five
too.
hole
That's at least the
and
third
Sanford
defenseman
battling in front,
who's
trying
gotten
to get
just
that loose puck.
roasted on an open
Had
fire.
5 of his career-high 21 goals last season against these
Justin
Leafs
Fisher,
former teams.
Felix the Cat or Cujo?
6 in
Wow.
13 games, always
So,
his
obviously
best
some of my
against
best
his
Leaf
former
memories
team.
revolve around Cujo. And he was absolutely unbelievable, and I loved him.
Back to the
But
attack.
Felix the Cat Potvin was my childhood idol.
Whistle in the corner. Laid
So,
back for
if we're talking
Shabbat,
about
right
just...
on a loose puck
Oh!
in front.
Scoring chance here for the Sens.
Unable to get it to the net. We got a
Brody
penalty,
manages to
though.
clear it, but it looks like they're going to get bitten by the penalty bug.
Against Toronto.
Now this line again, just
Felix
offensive
Potvin was
zone
my
time,
idol.
and it
I
seems
acknowledge that
like
Curtis
the
Joseph was
puck's
the
just
better
following
goalie.
Stutzler around.
So if we're talking about better
Able to
goalie,
get
Curtis
him
Joseph.
tight
If we're talking about who I love
able to use his
dearly,
hands so effectively here down low,
Felix the
just
Cat.
gets a little bit of time away
Is
from
it going to be a
Brody,
hook
gets
on
back to the
Brody?
point, and
Slash on
in front of the
Riley?
net There at the top of your screen, you saw the cross check.
Once again, I
in the
can't
high
hear the
slot,
broadcast.
and it's
Neither it
who
is
goes
Nick
off.
Ritchie. Okay. Cross-checking. I didn't see what he did, but I believe him.
The Ottawa Senators.
Oh, Mikhail.
We're 3 for 30
what did you
against
think
the
of
Leafs
Jack
last
Hughes'
year.
goal?
The 9 meetings.
This
Easy.
line only had 30
Slam
second
dunk
shift,
hat
and
pick.
so
Are you
that's why
joking?
they stay out. Remember
Sends
last
to the
time
power play
they
here.
did a
Near
little
the
longer
end of the
the
second
one
period.
came out to
They got a
start.
real chance to get back in this game.
Winning another face-off now.
Even up the
7
shot
of
clock.
in the face-off circle for the Leafs
For the
tonight.
shot count. And potentially come within 1 goal of a tie.
Here's Batherson over the line.
Tie
Norris
game, I
puck
should
from
say.
Muzzin.
There are no ties. Gary Bettman saw to that.
Out there in a penalty-killing role for the Leafs. Batherson after it.
He might be.
Ennis.
I
In
just hate
center. Batherson does.
Whoa,
One
whoa,
score.
what happened there?
Josh Norris.
Weird bounce in
has
front.
Ottawa on the board.
And the Senators bury it. If you were all confused by that, I'm sure Jack Campbell was more. The Sens do not take a very long time to convert there. And all of a sudden, it's a 1-goal hockey game. What happens there? Marner can't clear it. Liljegren can't take it off. I think that's Ennis there. And Josh Norris basically all alone off the fortuitous bounce.
Well, he slides down. Now he's got to wait and hesitate.
Oh!
Just forced him to start getting
Just
back
tucks
up
it.
again and found the
I don't even know if you can call that 5-hole. Semi-stack. He just found a sliver of light and tucked it in with 2:18 to go in the second period.
and just
Sens have life,
definitely
baby.
slide that one through the 5-hole. Third and rookie.
So whoever wanted me to say shutout,
goals and 35 points.
I'm sure you said it and ruined it for everyone.
Great future ahead for Josh Norris, who had
I don't know if it was a
overtime
bounce or a really sick pass from Batherson.
the Maple Leafs
I almost said
last
like
year.
pass Thurston.
So it's
Is that going to be a penalty? No, it's not. Leafs breaking out. 3-on-3 here. William Nylander puts it on. Forsberg has done a really good job in the Sens net tonight, despite the 2 goals. It's 2 goals 6 minutes apart, and nothing doing after that.
Michael Bunting looking for Nylander. That doesn't work, and Nick Cole's on it. 90 seconds
Leafs chase the Sens back, but they do eventually get it out, and they get it deep.
Down behind the Leaf net.
1, 2, 3 to go.
I thought he did an excellent job of
In the
tying up
second
Lindgren and
period.
keeping that puck alive to get it across.
So he's given that power play a little bit of a spark. Here's
Sens attacking. Connor Brown blocked.
DJ Smith said Tyler Ennis the kind of guy that
Nick Ritchie trying to make up for that cross check.
and he gets his confidence
Fumbles it,
up.
passes it right to Marner's
On the
feet, and
power play.
like, gosh, that's magical. Right in front!
Ritchie took a
Richie
whack at
cannot bury it.
Wasn't there for him in Edmonton.
Can he
last
hold the
year.
zone, though?
Was exactly
He does.
what DJ Smith was talking
It's
about.
still there. Bobbling around, though. The Sens are able to chip it out.
Oh, there weren't, and they pretty much are there for the entire 2 minutes. as well.
Stymied there by Travis Dermott. Marner gets it deep to Tavares.
Bunch of chances.
Tavares back to Marner.
Swings it across
Hoping for a
Sandin.
trailer there. Rasmus Sandin wasn't quite ready. Dermott back to Sandin. In front. Oh, that would have been a golden opportunity for Ritchie if he could just get to it. And he's gassed, so he's heading to the bench. Enough time for one little bit of offense. One last little bit of offense from at least one team. Engvall just getting it deep. Maybe hoping for the offensive zone draw there. Doesn't get it, but instead it ends up... Oh, baby. Again. Yet again. The Leafs end a period abysmally.
I'm sure what Sheldon Keith will be looking at two things. Was
Abysmally.
it an actual kick or did it just hit his foot? And a really close call at the line.
Chipped
too,
in
as
there.
Batherson
I don't know.
Did a pretty good job
I
of
think they're
trying
going to look at
to
challenging
find
this for
himself.
goaltender
He
interference.
wasn't able to get that pass
Or
off the
perhaps a
bank.
kick.
Let's have a
Good
look.
luck
Is
with
he
that.
offside?
Oh, offside.
Yes.
Oh, I'd say
And I
that's
think
offside, wouldn't you?
exactly- The timing was
Both
so
skates
fast
planted
that
on the
he
other
couldn't
side of the blue?
turn around. A bank pass, he had to adjust his route, and so close. and
It's
the
very
kicking
close.
motion just did go right after him, but this is going to be offside.
Oh, and he dives. And then, I mean, you
Look
can't
at
call that a
Batherson
kick.
down there as he watched that, the puck
It
just
hits
hit
his
right
skate,
off the rebound, a poke
but
check
there's no
by
intention
Campbell
behind it. Are
off
they going to
the back
challenge for the
skate, but
offside?
This one, I think, is coming back on the offside.
This is a huge swing here.
That ended up the game winner.
I mean, it looks pretty clear.
Here with 5 seconds left. That's close.
Look at
Zooming in, yeah.
the game of inches. That is incredible.
Puck's not all
Just
the way
how
across the
close
line. Both his
blade
feet
is on
are.
the blue. But it's over there.
I
Man,
mean-
you couldn't- I mean, Batherson. to
These
his
are hard to
credit, he was in
overturn,
an
but that
awkward
looks pretty
position as he
definitive to
was
me.
Going backwards and trying to turn to forward and get. His
Oh boy,
momentum
that's a
going
tough one.
towards the goal.
I guess while we're reviewing it, I could get to a question.
Watching Batherson immediately. There's the
Here's another angle.
other side. This is
Can we get a better camera?
an
For
angle
these-
the Situation Room will be using as well.
Those cameras are the worst.
Batherson immediately started looking at the.
All right, we now go live to this
And the replay.
Tamagotchi
How
vision.
about
Like,
the
what
late
is
goal?
that?
You go back to Thursday. You had a power play goal with 1:02 left.
It
in
looks
the
like you
first
should feed
period,
that camera.
And then a goal with 0.6 seconds that gave.
Apparently on the
Ottawa
broadcast they're
momentum
saying
and
it's
ended up
coming
being
back,
the
but I
game
mean, they're just
winner.
saying what I'm saying, right?
Boy, that is just razor thin, isn't it?
Like, he's across the line. Yeah. Drake Batherson is offside.
And remember, it has to be a definitive example to overturn. But I don't
And it's
think
not
I've
one of
seen
those
too
like
many that
cheap
close.
offsides where like they had a bunch of sustained zone pressure or zone time, whatever.
Successful challenge of
Like, he gets
offside.
that opportunity because he's offside.
Played a goal last year.
I think this is coming back. And I think the Sens are making peace with it.
Have a successful challenge here.
But
We
the
get
Leafs
another blue
cannot,
camera look.
regardless of whether or not this comes back, the Leafs can't be feeling good about themselves.
And they're taking their time with this.
Heading into intermission. Like that is the most definitive.
And it looks like
Both blades all the way across the line.
Already.
The puck is not. And it looks like they're about to make a call. What do we got? After review, we looked at the Tamagotchi angle, and they say that a bunch of stuff happened, and... Oh, I didn't see him wave his arms. I don't know what the call is. I can't hear the broadcast.
No, it's still
Did they call it
2-1.
back? They called it
readjust
back.
the clock to
No goal.
3 seconds remaining in the period.
All right.
And
Ba-da-da-da-da.
it's against the
And then it
Senators
goes
as well.
away.
Everyone's saying,
Thank
look
you,
at how
producer
close it was,
Steph.
Because it was a long pass offside.
He's smiling about it. So close. It was close. It was close. Like, is that the spirit of the rule? I don't know. But it's offside. Leafs with the offensive zone draw, which is huge. I don't understand how that works.
Onto the screen as the Leafs come close.
Oh, what a turn of events that would have been.
Feels like it should just be in the neutral zone, doesn't it? That's a little silly. Like, imagine the Leafs get a goal here. Why? Because they won the challenge?
So he takes it hard to the net and ends up
Where'd you
with
come up with that?
deflected shot going up and over.
Sens didn't do anything wrong other than go offside. But the punishment for going offside is typically not the puck goes all the way back down to your own end. All right, 1.6 seconds to go here.
The 22-year-old sophomore. Spets go right to the net here.
Oh, they're checking on the time. There's 1.6. Is there going to add anything? Doesn't appear. Oh, 2.6. That's a
Spezza trying to win it back to, I assume,
back to Tavares and probably
Marner or Nylander. If Marner thinks he has enough time to get this over to Nylander, I just don't know. I'd be shocked.
It comes to Tavares. Marner right on.
Wow!
A glove stop by Anton Forsberg. Well, an interesting.
Oh, I thought
finish to
Forsberg made the
period.
save there.
One that Greg
Well,
Patterson thought he had equalized,
bit of a harrowing end to the
but
second
through
period
40
there.
here. And
Leafs
Sturgeon
looking like they
Dangle
blew all of a 2-goal lead. Instead, no,
set for the
just half of it.
second intermission.
Just half of the
With
2-goal
Ronald
lead. Goodness gracious. The first hockey night in Canada of the season. Never a dull moment. First what? I don't know what that is. This is Watch the Leafs game with Steve Dangle, folks. The main event. Elliot Friedman, never heard of him. I have heard of him. In his amazing suit and just the way he carries himself. Leafs up 2-1 after 2. We're going to get to third period action. First, I want to answer a few more of your questions before we go to break. We have another feature here. It's going to be Colby Armstrong talking to Sidney, Crosby, and Alex Ovechkin. Patrick, is that a signed Wah Coho stick behind you? So this right here is a signed Felix Potvin Coho. Given to me by Ken Reed because he got it for $10 at a garage sale in Nova Scotia. That is a true story. Also, this poster, it's obviously a fake movie poster. Wendell Clark was never in a movie called Risky Business. But what is unique about this specific piece of memorabilia is it's autographed by Wendell Clark, addressed to Joe Bowen. So this is a Wendell Clark autograph poster that was given as a gift to Joe Bowen. My friends a few years ago, like I was still living with my parents, I'm pretty sure. They did audio visual and they meet some pretty cool people sometimes and they get autographs. Sometimes they're former Leafs and they weren't as big a fan. Or they knew I was a bigger fan and they knew I wanted memorabilia for the background and whatever. And they go, hey, I got this weird Wendell Clark poster. So yeah, got this for free, got this for also free, but Ken Reed got it for $10. Rachel, hey, did you know Connor Brown used to play for the Leafs? Yes. Anyway, ZCGY. ZC? I don't. That's a name. Did that no goal maybe give the Leafs the spark they needed? When are the Leafs going to be the spark the Leafs need? When is blowing a 4-1 lead in Game 7 going to be the spark you need? When is blowing a 1-goal lead in Game 7, third period, going to be the spark you need? When is Game 7 being the worst game of the series for you, year in and year out, going to be the spark that you need? When is getting shut out in an all-or-nothing elimination game going to be the spark that you need? When is blowing a 3-1 series lead going to be the spark that you need? When is starting your season with an awful first 10 minutes against a team that just ran your show in the playoffs going to be the spark that you need? When is being known as a team that blows leads going to be the spark that you need? When are we going to be enough? Leaf fans. Oh, Leaf fans are too much. They're too much. There's too much pressure. Last year, there were no fans in the building. But now they're back. And you get to feel the spirit. And when are the Leafs going to be enough for the Leafs? There's my question. So with that fiery little thing, we throw to a feature with Colby, Armstrong, and Alexander Ovechkin. But before we do that, re-up. I'm Steve Dangle. This is the Sportsnet YouTube channel, and you're watching Watch a Leafs Game with Steve Dangle. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. We'll be back with the third period and an old game that I know you remember and love. But first, Colby Armstrong in conversation with Alexander Ovechkin and Sidney Crosby, a really unique little feature. Let's watch.
Davai. How you doing, buddy?
Good. What's up, man?
Good to see you. Oh, we got the two old fellas now, hey? Holy cripes. All right, we ready? Have you guys ever done an interview together?
Probably early on. Yeah, I think first year. Yeah.
All right. I was just thinking, like, it's too bad, like, the three of us never got to play on a line together. Like, the damage we would have done.
Yeah, but you play with him.
I know, but can you imagine if we had you two? Would have been less work for me.
They are rocking the red here in Washington.
The game that I think of all the time, and obviously, I'm sure you guys would admit, like, the media play up of the rivalry, but it's a dueling hat tricks game. It was that, like, kind of the pinnacle battle between you two.
That was fun. I mean, much attention. There's a lot of eyes in the playoffs as there is, but, it was just a great, kind of back and forth, one of those games, but, still wasn't happy that didn't get the win at the end of the night.
Since the day one when we came to the league, it was kind of big moments when Cavs plays against Pittsburgh and moving Sid, I think it was a fun time, right?
Oh, yeah.
Everybody in the locker room, like, what are you going to do? Like, are you going to fight him? I don't think right now we have that kind of battle,
Once in a while it comes out, but
yeah,
it's pretty hard for you to play 30 minutes and have 12 hits and 10 shots on net, too. That's a pretty hard pace to keep.
Hi, I'd like to order some food. How many people in the room? Just me. 3 pizza, 4 chicken fingers, 2 meatloaf dinner, chicken corn dog. That's it.
I think back to those times of, like, that hotel commercial. And I know you've been a part of some unbelievable commercials, Ovi. Like your amazing acting ability, car commercials, all that stuff.
Edison Motors, your job, your credit.
Whose idea was that to do that at the time?
It was like media day like this where you just kind of go do your thing and you go in.
It was an All-Star game.
Yeah, I think it was in Dallas, maybe.
What was your line in that, Sid?
Ovechkin, wasn't it?
Yeah, can you do it? Can you do it?
Easy, man. Come on. What are we, like?
Ovechkin!
Yeah.
Ovechkin! Ovi, all those goals, the goal scoring record. Do we not talk about it? Or obviously everyone's talking about it.
Yeah, so let's not talk about it.
You thinking about it a lot, or no, you just...
No, like I said, game by game. It's basically the same right now, like my first year. Every press conference or every media, what do you think about the Sid? And, you know, right now it's basically the same.
You love that, eh?
Would you like to see Ovi break Gretz's record?
I think it'd be pretty cool. Just score those goals against everyone else. Yeah. Not us.
I guess you guys are at that age too where you can think about like your career or your legacy. I think of like, you know, new guys that are here right now is like Matthews, McDavid, the pressure to win the cup. Like you're supposed to win the cup, right? Like that's when you're drafted, you're supposed to go there. Like what does that say about kind of your careers, doing what you were supposed to do for your city and your team?
I think it's our career. It's not over yet. So
He's got 5 years left.
I know, yeah.
Come on.
yeah. So I think when we're going to be done, I'm pretty sure like we're going to have maybe dinner, maybe lunch. You know, open a beer and talk about everything. And maybe you're going to be our right wing. We'll see out there. Maybe a dream come true. But yeah, I think we still have time to enjoy our hockey life, and we'll talk about it later.
Yeah, you guys got lots of time left.
Yeah, we'll see.
You guys are old, but you still got it.
Get ready for a three-peat, baby. So as a lifelong Kraken fan, I don't know how to behave if we're not the underdog that nobody respects. Gonna play 82 games just to see if we can win 4. James Neal. How does rock bottom keep getting lower? I'm just really excited to not hate myself while watching this team. Great. Just what we needed. More relocation joke ammunition. Don't mind me having a prayer circle for Darcy Kemper's health. Dollar Bill Kirill, our Soviet savior. Just once. One time, I want to go into a season and not have to worry about goaltending. Oh, thank you. We finally addressed our defense. This is what a proper rebuild looks like. Oh, thank God Ovi's okay. See, Russian machine never breaks. If this team stays healthy, we can hang with anyone in the league. If this team stays healthy, we can hang with anyone in the league. Can I just give Rana my shoulder and $20 for you? Yeah, so they only played 4 preseason games and not 6. I'm more confident in my lottery odds than knowing how this team will play this year. We need to move on from Jari and win now. It was one postseason. There is no reason to move on so quick. It just feels good to hear management finally buying into the rebuild. It is so clear that none of the experts even watch this team. Gibson may need to go win now somewhere else though. Fleury has made the playoffs for 15 straight seasons. That streak is going to continue here. I'm sorry, how much do they want for tickets to Henrik's banner raising? No, we're having pasta for dinner. Might be worth copying the Lightning and resting some of our star players for the entire season. Would have solved our cap space problems too. This is just the most uninspiring team. McDavid and Draisaitl have never had support like this before. We're gonna be every goalie's worst nightmare. How do you cook broccoli? This is hands down the best roster this team has ever had. So yeah, I'm allowing myself to be a little optimistic. Here we go again. Everyone underestimating this team. This team will find a way to win just enough games to miss the draft lottery and the playoffs. Everyone can keep touting us, but you see what happened with Vegas? Heischer, Hughes, Hamilton. Done. We went to the Stanley Cup final last year. How are so many people underestimating us? It was quite a crazy offseason, but in Rod we trust. I'm just happy that Holtby's Tortoises made it back to the States. This team just won't be the same without Krejci. There was nothing wrong with adding some grit and toughness. Okay, so this is what hope feels like. What am I supposed to do now? Oh, hell, the Bison thing. 5th time's the charm. I just hate being a Leafs fan. Here, Buffalo, I think you might be needing this. Is it too soon to start my research on the draft?
Got a little bonus feature in there for you. First, we had Colby Armstrong with Sid and Ovi. Then Jillian Fisher, Sportsnet's own Jillian Fisher, making some of that hashtag content for us there, folks. So, watch a Leafs game with Steve Dangle. We've watched a Leaf game so far. But it's not done. They had a 2-0 lead. They don't anymore. It's 2-1. It was almost 2-2, but a Drake Batherson, was it Batherson? Goal was disallowed for an offside by a sliver, but it was a definitive sliver. We have a game to play, but first, Drew Livingstone texting me the important stuff. Hockey Night, and this is a tweet from Brian WGR, Brian Koziol. Hockey Night in Canada panel talking Eichel trades possibilities. Friedman, that's Elliot Friedman, mentioned that Colorado was involved, but the Sabres not wanting to retain any of Eichel's salary was a big hurdle for a deal getting done. I'm sorry. The reigning President's Trophy winners are in on Jack Eichel. Wow. What would they even offer? That's so dumb. Oh my God. Newhook? Byram? Both? Holy cow. Wow. Joe Sakic really does get what Joe Sakic wants, huh? That's unbelievable. Yo, Landeskog, Rantanen, McKinnon, Eichel, and who cares? Like, come on. Come on. That is something. Hey, you want to play a game? You want to play a game? Is Steve wearing pants? Yeah, there it is. We got graphics, folks. Am I wearing pants? This is a game that we played all playoffs long. 17 different playoff games. Am I wearing pants? We're going to find out. Leave your bets. Leave your guesses in the chat, and you will find out very soon. I will give you 20 seconds in my head to figure that out. Is it shorts? Is it jeans? Is it hockey pants? Is it something else? You never know until you know. 10, 9, 8. You do the rest of the counting. It's Lulu's, baby. Oh, fight strap. Excuse me. I've been working on it. I really have. I saw a friend who hadn't seen me in 2 years, and he was like, Steve, your ass. And I was like, I know. Because I have back problems, and one way to fix that is to get a bigger ass, so I did. There. And now you're all uncomfortable. Or uncomfortable. Drew just texted me, are you wearing pants? See, that text out of context is... It's concerning. It's concerning, Drew. Do we have more questions from the chat? How much longer we got in intermission? Before we get there, by the way, before we get to more questions, Sheldon Keefe is riding Mitch Marner like a pony. The only Leaf with more ice time than him, which is 15 minutes and 15 seconds through 40 minutes of play. Wow. The only Leaf who has more ice time than him is Morgan Riley with 15:41. I guess that's what happens when you're on the top line and also the top power play and also the top penalty kill. What do we got for Ottawa? Not nearly as dominant. Oh, wow. Thomas Chabot has played nearly 17 minutes. 16:59. No one else even in the vicinity. No one even close. The Leafs lines are much more juxtaposed, I should say. Questions here. Mark, what's your favorite cake flavor? Were you not? Oh, I do like a lemon meringue. Is it my favorite? I'm going to say that. Oh, like a coffee cheesecake, though. Yes. I've never had cake and been like, oh, this is garbage. Christine, is that a chair? Where's the exercise ball? Okay, so to clear things up. Where is the exercise ball? Oh, it's out in the main basement. I sit on an exercise ball for my LFR videos because I don't know, I like to move around and bounce around and it's fun. But those things take like, I don't know, half an hour to an hour to shoot. With these streams, I'm sitting here with you for like 3 hours. What do you think? I'm in the Olympics? You can't sit on a yoga ball for 3 hours. I used to do it. I think that's how I hurt my back. Wasn't smart. Oh, here we go. Third period.
There's one other for Ottawa in April against
Some more questions as the period gets underway. Precision Gaming. Those count as underwear. Lululemon do not count as underwear. If that's the case, then I wore underwear to the grocery store today.
But it got a little bit old of playing the same team over and over again. So it'll be a
proudly. Gave Oshawa a damn show.
No icing on the play. Riley going back to get it. Wayne Simmons opened the scoring tonight.
Drew is saying lemon meringue. Like a lemon, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Lemon cake. I know lemon meringue is a pie. A lemon cake. You ever had lemon cake? Listen, you want to hop on the mic there, Drew? Huh?
With 4 shots in the game and some great
Producer Soup?
Hmm?
You want to hop on?
Jake Muzzin.
Producer Soup did do a lot of the question asking at NHL Media Day in Chicago. If you hear a voice in the background, it's often his. I think Drew got in there sometimes too. Good for everyone. What a team, what a crew.
Brown plays it around to the left point for Mete, and now here's Zaitsev moving up. That shot blocked by Muzzin. And Marner.
Whoa, here comes Mitch Marner. Oh, is this guy determined? Richie, buddy, you got to get on your horse. Tavares misses. That's one I would have liked Mitch to shoot. Boy, he's getting frustrated, and I can't say I blame him. Because he knows everyone's watching him. But you make the big money. Like, what a play, though. What a play.
To the front of the net, and in the end, it's his stick right there that gets the.
I think that's one he should have shot. That's a really good read from Forsberg, though. He just had a lot of confidence in his defenseman to get across and block at least Richie and Tavares. And he's like, I'll handle Mitch. Leafs have done a really good job of not letting the Sens get out of their own zone tonight. Willie, some good hand-eye, not a high stick somehow. Sandine throwing it on, batted around. Garrett, when do we get to see the Leafs players chirp you playing hockey? Yeah, so we shot a feature. I did tell this little secret there, everybody, but I didn't blow any of the amazing content. We spoke to 8 different Leafs on Leafs Media Day, and I got to show them about a minute of me playing hockey. And they let me have it. I'll just say that. I don't know when the video's going up, but when it does, I won't be shy about sharing it because it's hilarious. I threw in a couple chirps too. I didn't just take all the abuse.
Well, Pepsi celebrates hockey fans. We live for this.
I forgot Michael Amadio was actually on the Sens.
In the building here tonight on the first Saturday night
last year,
Hockey
I
Night
think.
in Canada for a new season.
Charles, thoughts on the Eminem and Dr. Dre Super Bowl halftime show? Plus, did you ever do the Slim Shady haircut in high school? I didn't do the full Slim Shady haircut. I did want it for a time. Shut up, I was like 12. I don't know, man. Here, you want to know my favorite part about the Super Bowl? The wings. I just don't care about football. I wish I did. It seems like fun. Seems like a lot of fun to bet. It's not a huge commitment. It's only once a week. Whoa! Sends with a bit of an opportunity there. Mario gets it out. Simmons into the corner. Have fun with that. And funny enough, he comes out with it. Amadio puts it on, and we'll get an offensive zone draw. Yeah, I'm just not a big football guy. I watch the Super Bowl every year. I always tell people I watch one Tom Brady game a year, the Super Bowl. Do you know what percentage of football games I've ever watched have featured Tom Brady? Like over half. Over half. It's staggering. The ones he's won, the ones he's lost, he's in it every year. And I usually cheer against him because, I don't know. You don't cheer for Goliath.
Work ethic and his fitness really allowed him.
But at this point, I'm just cheering for greatness. Like, I don't know, can he get to 10?
25 shots in a period.
10 rings?
A lot of looking around bodies and trying to track the puck. And
like, what happens if you win 10 rings? Do you just win sports? You get a plaque? Congrats, you won sports.
I would say he's been able to battle hard here to keep his team in it.
I guess we'll have to ask Henri Richard and no one else. Who else has ever won 10 championships in a league as an individual player?
Buffalo Sabres, the early Atlantic Division leaders.
I'm sure maybe like one of the Yankees teams from like 1992 or something like that. Anyway, the halftime show, I'm sure it'll be the same panting crap it is every year. I don't care.
Matheson's on the move. Nylander's headed to the bench as they try and spring Stützle.
It borrows a lot from professional wrestling.
Nice play by Stützle trying to chip that one by.
Like it needs to be, I feel like it needs to be a more current star. It's usually just nostalgia pops to satisfy the casual audience, which is that not WWE in a nutshell. God, Stützle is a good player. Arden, are you saying you don't wear underwear to the grocery store, Steve? No. If you're just tuning in, hi.
TJ Brody and Morgan Riley on the move.
Oh, Colin, producer Colin, saying Bill Russell had 11 NBA championships. That's so dumb. That's so dumb. That shouldn't be allowed. He should have to give some of them back. Hey, Bill, this isn't allowed. Sorry. Holy cow. What is the Mount Rushmore of sports?
With the puck is Nick Paul. Right wing pass for Brown, broken up. Marner dashing back.
Oh, Marner again. He's a man on a mission. What a move!
Rebound
does not get behind Forsberg.
And Shane Pinto there. Mitch Marner and John Tavares have had their chances, haven't been able to buy one yet.
And there's that just athleticism getting across with that left.
If he breaks the stick every time he goes to the bench disappointed, he's going to run out of twigs.
Waited long enough. They outweight the goaltender to get it around him.
Dermott's got to watch the call there. Oh, who's that going into the boards? Kasha? Kasha's a madman, by the way.
Onto the right side for Kasha. Engvall skates
Engvall flying in there. Come on.
Watching him. Engvall stays on the puck along the boards.
I learned something about Engvall at Leafs Media Day, but I'm not going to spoil it. That's going to be in the video. Matt, are you as upset as everyone else is over the TikTok ads? Oh my God, I'm more upset about the 2-on-1. Dermott doing a great job there. This is why looking down and answering questions during play is a risk. No, I don't care about that either. I don't care. I don't know why anyone cares. What, would you have been happier if it was like Burger King? Let's go Burger King! If it was a different burger place, would you be like, oh no! No, I want the billion-dollar corporation to take some other billion-dollar corporation's money. It's not your money, bro. Who cares? No one's making you wear a TikTok logo. Relax. I tell you what, if TikTok was offering you the money, you'd wear it.
Simmons after it.
I would.
Check as Shabbat sends it around. It bounced past Spezza. Found by Batherson. He lost it. Now Mario.
Whoa!
Simmons
Whoa!
net, and a stop there by Forsberg. Perfectly
Simmons almost with the
positioned
second of the night.
side. And now a
Oh,
chance
giveaway
here
from
for Norris,
Spezza.
and it ramps
Oh,
off
that
the
was
stick.
no
And a
bueno.
What a game really opening
But the
up,
Leafs
some
survive.
end-to-end action, some turnovers create opportunity in alone as
Oh,
Marner
baby.
tries to reach
What a move
around,
from
gets
Marner.
off the side
And
of the
I
net.
think it hits the
Ennis,
side of the net there.
great patience to the outside. How about
You know
Dermott
what?
getting that stick in a second effort?
Travis Dermott
One-time
learned a little
shot by
trick from
Tierney,
TJ
gets
Brody.
deflected through and
That's
off
Brody's
the post and
specialty
out.
right there. The
It's still a
sprawl
good
and
game.
spin. I'm impressed. I'm impressed with Dermott. Quite nice. Quite nice. Watch a Leafs game with Steve Dangle. I'm Steve Dangle. Click like, click subscribe. Tell all your friends. Continuing with your questions. Oh, God. Producer Drew reminding me that I did play football for York University. No, I did not. There's a video on the Sportsnet YouTube channel. Perhaps you can post a link in the chat where Donovan Bennett, who did play football, teaches me to play football with the York Lions. He was better than me. I did an okay field goal, I think. I want to say I hit like the crossbar and I was sad. Oh, he did drop the link in the chat. Good for you. What a producer. Garrett, when did Forsberg decide he was winning the Vezina? When he was like, I never want to be put on waivers ever again. That guy's season was a nightmare last year. The dude got claimed off waivers by 27 teams. Like, that was the most annoying thing in the world. I feel bad for the poor guy. Licorice Love. Do you think they should split up Matthews and Marner when he's back? No. No. Like, why? Are you watching Marner, Tavares, Richie right now and going, damn, that's awesome? No. I want Tavares and Nylander reunited. I don't really care who plays with them. We'll say Bunting for now. Especially since Mikheyev's out. So then you got a top six of Richie, Matthews, Marner, as it was intended. Bunting, Tavares, Nylander. I think that's a pretty good little mix. You got Engvall filling in the depth. With Kampf, who you just signed. Kasha, who you just signed. Kerfoot's still there. I think the Leafs are sniffing around on Dylan Strome.
Here's Nylander.
Call it a hunch.
On to the right side for Riley.
At least I'd like them to be. Can they be sniffing around on Dylan Strome?
For Norris, stopped up Tavares. Slowed down that attack. And played back into the Ottawa zone. Artem Zub around.
This might sound ridiculous, but I'd like to see the Leafs win 2-1 here.
7:20 gone, third period.
Just hold a lead. Just hold it.
Up ahead at center, and that stopped at the Leaf line. And Muzzin
Do that thing everyone says you stink at. Just hold a lead.
A goal scored tonight to Muzzin at the line. It bounced.
You got to hold on to 2-1 leads in the playoffs.
Senators find it, dump it ahead.
Oh, Connor Brown almost with the breakaway. A little bit of a giveaway there from Liljegren. He's had an overall acceptable game. We got a 2-on-1 here. Kerfoot to Bunting. What a pass. He just had to slow down a little bit. And he scores anyway. The Scarborough kid, Michael Bunting, with his first goal as a Toronto Maple Leaf. And the Leafs take a 3-1 lead. Never mind what I said. I don't want them to win 2-1. 3-1 will do just fine. The Scarborough kid, Birchmount Collegiate. Feed from Kerfoot. Mete gets back. Bunting doesn't quit on the play, and he celebrates with the fans. He knows well because he's one of them. Doesn't quit on the play. Great shot. Great celly. Dude's on the phone. He's loving it. Big goal for the Scarborough kid. And it's a 3-1 Leafs lead with 12 minutes to go.
For his debut in a Leaf uniform on Wednesday night against Montreal. And
I'm sure some of you know this story, some of you don't. I have a complicated relationship with Michael Bunting. I got to interview him before his draft. The guy who gave me his number for that interview was Kyle Dubas, who I believe was still the GM of the Sioux Greyhounds and still spoke to me. And he gave me Jared McCann, ironically, and Michael Bunting's number. I interviewed them both for the LeafsNation.com, who I used to write for. And I got a snide message from one of my aunts when I posted my Michael Bunting article, and I didn't understand why. I was like, did I not do a good job? Have I upset you? Have I disappointed you? And apparently, Michael Bunting checked my cousin from behind and knocked him out of hockey because they played AA at the same age group. When Michael Bunting signed with the Leafs, I texted my cousin about that, and I was like, hey, man, so am I allowed to cheer for him? Like, I could call him a piece of crap if you want. Like, you are my cousin. And he told me when the Leafs signed him, he's like, it's all good, bro. Don't worry about it. So I choose to cheer for the Scarborough Kid. For a number of years, he was that greasy little rat who knocked my cousin out of hockey. No, first he was that nice young man I got to speak to for an interview. Then he was that greasy little rat who hit my cousin. And now he's Scarborough's own Michael Bunting, Birchmount Collegiate Athlete of the Year, 3 years in a row, if I'm not mistaken, grade 10, 11, and 12. Good for him.
Face off to the right to Jack Campbell, controlled by the Maple Leafs.
I talked about Michael Bunting for about 2 minutes of gameplay just now.
Following up and knocked off his stick.
Kerfoot having a bit of a game, huh? Did he get an assist on that? If he did, it would be his second point of the game.
In the opening game of the year, and DJ Smith trying to keep his minutes to a
Bunting and Kerfoot again.
Here's Riley centering it.
Ooh.
Can't reach that. To the quick turn.
Bailed. Why'd you bail?
Batherson. Here's Batherson over the line.
NHL.com has Kerfoot with a goal and an assist. 2-point game for Alex Kerfoot. Leading the Leafs in that regard. Jack Campbell with the stop.
In tight. But there's Michael Bunting, who has expanded the Maple Leaf lead. A youngster from Scotland.
Oh, hi, Mom.
Now a Leaf hero.
No, that's not my mom on the screen. Watching the game at the cottage and also tuned into your live stream. Woo! Hi, Mom. Hey, Dad. Hi, Uncle Dom. Aunt Jen. Whoever else is there. My parents don't have a cottage. They're mooching. They're mooching right now. But, you know, my aunt and uncles, they're great. It wasn't that aunt and uncle. Not the one who was upset. That's the thing with Italian families is you have lots of aunts and uncles. The aunt I'm talking about is on the other side, the English side, but she married an Italian. Are you getting all this? Try to keep up. All right? Leafs up 3-1. Updating you. It says so right underneath me because we have graphics and stuff now. More of them. Watch a Leafs game with Steve Dangle. Aiden, what's the furthest north you've ever been in Canada? Ooh. Whichever is further north out of Regina and Saskatoon. It's Saskatoon, isn't it? I've been to both. Whichever is further north. It is cold. It is stupid, stupid cold. I like Saskatoon. I feel like you're supposed to go to cold places when it's cold. You know what I mean? You're supposed to go to cold places and experience what it's like. Just Jay Sturks says Yu-Gi-Oh or Pokemon? Pokemon. The Yu-Gi-Oh cartoon was a bag of crap. Pokemon. You know what? You're banned from the chat too. Brady, do you want Ovechkin to catch Gretzky or are you a hockey purist? No. You always cheer for the record to be broken. Always. It's not purist to cheer against a record being broken. It's good for the sport. It's exciting. I want Ovechkin to beat Gretzky's record. The great thing about Wayne Gretzky is he can afford to give up records. He's still got like dozens. Ovechkin could break Gretzky's goal record like significantly and still not even be within like 1,000 points of Gretzky. Like not even close. Here comes Engvall streaking in. Turns back.
Riley across.
Riley over.
David Kemp had it hop over his stick, but Engvall there in support. Riley shot through traffic right on.
Where to go? Still in the corner.
There's Shabbat finding the rebound ahead of Engvall, and that will end the Leaf shift. And
is that confetti? Did you see that? At the bottom of the screen, did you see that? Did I hallucinate confetti?
And finally, fresh meat for both teams. Amadio off the boards. It'll be kept in by Zaitsev. That hit Formanton. Formanton comes
Producer Soup
now Connor Brown.
in the producer chat right now is a bit of a Michael Bunting scholar, mentioning that the Coyotes played Bunting in the ECHL. I didn't even know that. 2-on-1 for the Sens. Jack Campbell with the stop. Jake Muzzin gets it under control. Can he clear it? Yes. Leaf streaking the other way. They lose the handle a little bit, but they avoid the worst of it. Woo. The Sens have had their chances. It, like, you look at the shots, 19-29, it looks like they're getting dominated. That's just not the case.
His job of just leaving the shooter to the goaltender. And Campbell able to take on Formanton.
Sanford, Paul, and Ennis now for DJ Smith. Josh Brown shot. Tipped wide the net.
How good has Campbell been?
Sanford on it. Zach Sanford bumped behind the net. The former St. Louis Blue.
I maybe shouldn't have said that.
Working in
I said
deep,
it.
but now
I said what I said.
able to move it ahead.
7.5 to go. Oh,
there
great
by
interception there.
Brought back by Nick Paul.
Sens get it deep. Sandine flicks it around.
The World Championships when they won gold. Here's Ennis. From the corner, back to Brown at the line. Josh Brown shooting, and that
The Sens really are trying to get shots on through traffic. Great intercept from Willie. It's not quite going to be a 2-on-1. No. No good. But again, they avoid the worst of it. Leafs are turning off the offense a little bit here. I don't know if that's the strategy.
Well, turnover at your own line creates the
What do we got here? Offside?
Pass across here by Simmons, unable to control in the feet of Liljegren. So
Simmons over to Liljegren.
Nice job, though.
Not the greatest. Formanton. Stopped by Campbell. Ooh, baby.
Any chance of getting that over to Connor Brown.
Shots to 29-20 Toronto. Bunting in the third has made it 3-1. Stutzla from an angle. Whipped that shot just wide. He's been dangerous tonight. And
little ice time update. Riley is already at 21 minutes. He's going to play a lot when this is all said and done. He's on the ice right now. What's amazing is Shabbat's going to play more. Oh, Tavares goes down. And the Sens clear it.
Turns it back.
Standing ovation. Who said bunting is only fun in baseball? Oh, congratulations, standing ovation. You're a dad. Boo! Oh, no, I'm supposed to applaud dad jokes. That kid just get a puck? Good for you. Good for you, kid. Roderick, if the Leafs make it 4-1, do you worry? No, Roderick. No, I don't. Here on Watch a Leafs Game with Steve Dangle. Hey, everybody. I'm Steve Dangle. Woo! Quite the game for our first stream of the season. Goodness gracious me, oh my. Bon says, what's the most Italian phrase you know, Steve? Trying to think of the non-swears. There's the stuff I've learned from my uncle. No, I can't say any of the uncle's stuff. There's the stuff I've learned from the Sopranos. No, can't say any of the Sopranos stuff. I think my favorite thing about Italian is I don't know a ton of phrases, but I do know some words. It's so over the top, musical, and beautiful. And my favorite example of that is the word orologio, which means clock. Hey, the clock's out of batteries. Orologio. I think that's brilliant. Just say it. Say it out loud. If you're alone, just say it out loud by yourself. I won't judge you. Say it. You did a great job. I thought you did well. I heard the music. Oh, hey. Hey, this in the chat. Can we get this in the chat? Oh. Hey. Nick, who's your go-to Mario Kart character? Oh, Yoshi. Yoshi in Smash Bros. Yoshi in Mario Kart. I just love Yoshi.
Nobody does it better. No, absolutely.
I try to be cool. I try to be difficult. Sonia, when will Matthews be back? Well, it's looking like Game 4, which I believe is Monday. But time will tell. We thought he was going to be back Game 1 of the season, but he made the call, probably mature call to not go. It's a long season. Even longer than last year. Well, at least just stay onside there by the looks of it. Engvall fires it high and wide. Moose, how many OHL games have you been to? Oh, too many to count. I used to work for the OHL, for the Mississauga Steelheads as their in-arena host, so I've been to a ton of their games. But Mississauga is a mission for me. It was when I lived with my parents in Scarborough. It's even more so now. Michael Bunting driving to the net, taken down. Did he draw another call? No. Luke Fox tweeted, Michael Bunting has drawn a penalty in each of his first 3 Leafs games. Really good. I've seen the Kitchener Rangers. I think it was Rangers versus Knights. I saw Connor McDavid's last ever junior game. That was when the Oshawa Generals won the, I think it's the J. Ross Robertson Cup, the OHL championship. I've been to the Memorial Cup when it was in Mississauga. That was the Majors, the Owen Sound Attack, Jordan Biddington's Owen Sound Attack, and Andrew Shaw. Jonathan Huberdeau's St. John Sea Dogs, and Cody Eakins, Kootenay Ice, who are now the Winnipeg Ice. Trying to remember who else was on that Ice team. Was Braden Shen? I think that was the next year. God, what a move from Bunting. How is this guy getting $900,000? I think he wants to be a Leaf pretty bad, eh? Lots of OHL games. I don't have much more time in this game, unless the Sens tie it. I don't have much more time in this game to pester you for likes and subscriptions, so please do it. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends, watch a Leafs game with Steve Dangle. We will be back every single Saturday night that the Leafs play. If they don't play, then I will be having beer or something. Oh, the Sens with a chance! Another chance! Oh, how did they miss that? 3.5 to go. Mete over. Zoo! That's what they would say in Ottawa, but we're not in Ottawa. Ooh, Marner looking for the pickoff. Doesn't quite get it, but he backs. I think that was Stützle up. Richie with the intercept. Gets it out to Dermott. And Dermott just flips it in. 3:12 to go in the third period. Scooper, we need your Yoshi impression. Yoshi! Yoshi! There, that second one was better. Yoshi! Yoshi!
Seals the boards and
Blem. Blem.
Engvall. Brody will try the other side.
Okay, that's enough. Sens looking for the icing, and they get it. 2:48 to go. Can't ask me to do impressions when I'm nervously watching a hockey game, all right?
Good heads-up play by Tierney. He takes the
Tierney with a great move on Sandin. Man, the Sens have really cooked the Leafs defenders a few times in this one.
Ended up going wide, and with 2:48 down by 2, DJ Smith with the icing forced to put his goaltender out.
Wow, Forsberg to the bench. With the Sens down 2, nearly 3 minutes to play still, the Sens go 6 on 5.
6 on 5. Ottawa trying to get within 1. That shot whipped wide.
Sens put it on, miss, goes wide, holds it.
Holden on the point, Stutzla's on the ice.
Brody trying to bank it out, does he get it? No. Goes into the corner, and the Leafs got to go fish for it. Chase it around. Engvall, got to watch the penalty there on Connor Brown. Nearly a hold. David Kampf tries to flip it out. No luck. Sens hold on again. Only 30 seconds has passed. Marner flips it out. Finally gets it. Holy smokes, chaos.
Leafs get a change. Shabbat brings Ottawa back in. A centering
Tom Shabbat over.
Campbell got a stick on that.
Michael Bunting trying to clear it. Gets nailed. Where is it? Less than 2 minutes to go. The puck is in the Senators' end as both teams get fresh bodies over the boards. William Nylander trying to seal this game. Out there with Bunting, Liljegren, Muzzin, and Kerfoot. What an opportunity for the kid. Timothy Liljegren getting into this game. What an opportunity. Great moments are born from great opportunity. What do you got, Timo? What do you got? Sens put it on. Wide of the net. Bunting desperately trying to get this thing out. Finally does. He's been out there for quite some time. He'll get a line change. Everyone will get a line change. With 1:17 to go, the Leafs still hold on to a 2-goal lead. But as we saw at the end of the second period, those evaporate very fast. I'll just tell you right now, LFR tonight.
DJ Smith now needs to draw up something quickly and get a quick one to make this one interesting down the stretch.
Producer Drew in the chat just goes blem. You'll never listen to Drake the same again.
Challenge by the Maple Leafs on a very close play at the line for Drake Batherson.
Yeah, I can't remember seeing too many that were closer than
No, I think it's funny.
No,
I think it's funny.
Foot can be up, but Drake's was just centimeters.
Why don't people take
over
us
the line
seriously?
as that puck hadn't quite. You can see Forsberg on the bench go, I got to go in now.
Here we
got
go.
a center ice face-off.
1:17 to go. Forsberg back in the Sens net.
Just one more look at how
In this moment, really hanging over the game right now. Drake Batherson, maybe a finger offside at the end of the second period, but offside nonetheless.
Instead of being a tie game going to the third, it was a 2-1 lead for the Maple Leafs.
Brody cannot get it deep, but Kempf gets it back to him. Riley and Brody trying to waste some time. They don't do a great job of it, though. The Sens get in, and Campbell makes a save with 58.3 seconds to go on Josh Norris, who has the Sens' only standing goal right now.
Batherson trying to draw the defender. Riley to the outside, makes a nice pass through the stick. And a desperation play by
What a
Brody.
dive there from Brody.
And
difficult to know if he did get a piece of it.
He's got 20 saves on the night here,
And if it helped or hurted Jack Campbell's
John Tavares wins his 12th draw in 18 tries tonight.
opportunity to save it, but he does nonetheless. Marner gets it deep, and no ice. That was incredible.
Just over 40 seconds left.
Really, really good.
Red line and in for Ottawa.
Really, really good clearing attempt, or clearing execution from Mitch Marner.
And the puck comes out for Marner. And Camp gets it to center. Tavares on the other side. On the back.
I don't think the score sheet. Oh, off the bar, Tavares. Jeez.
Sums up the night for
I don't know if the score sheet will really... Oh my God, Marner's never going to get one. I was just about to say, the score sheet doesn't really tell you the picture. But I think Marner may be the Leafs' best forward tonight. And I can't believe he was stopped twice. Whatever they win. Leafs win! 3-1 over the Ottawa Senators. Revenge for Thursday night. Jack Campbell, his second win of the season. Michael Bunting, his first goal as a member of the Toronto Maple Leafs. If Scarborough-born players alone scored for the Leafs, they still would have won tonight. Wayne Simmons, Michael Bunting. Kerfoot will pretend... Ooh. What was that with Tim Stützle? Hobbling a little bit down the tunnel. That was concerning. Not concerning is the Leafs winning 3-1 in the first Watch a Leafs game with Steve Dangle. Game of the year! Hooray! Because the last one, last year, they lost. I don't know if you remember that. That made me very sad. We can do a few questions before we end it. Huh? Hey, if you're leaving before the questions are done, click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends, and thank you very much for watching. Whew! Who did you think was the best player? That's difficult. Kerfoot had the best night points-wise. Goal and an assist. Leafs got some help from the back end. Sandin, Liljegren, and Dermott all had assists. Dermott had that great 2-on-1 breakup. He and Sandin were a +2. Riley, 24.5 minutes in this game. Marner, 19-20. Tavares, the only other Leaf who's really close, with 18:37. No other Leaf had over 18 minutes. Willie barely had over 17. Marner all over the place in this one. I got to give him some love because people are really down on the guy right now. Dana, was this the first 60-minute performance this season? It's the closest thing to it. They took about 3 minutes off at the end of the second there. Maybe 5. But it's the closest thing they've had through 3 games to a 60-minute performance. That's a great question, Dana. Thank you. Tyler, who are your 3 stars? Oh, man. I'm going to say Scar, Burr, and O. No, who we got? Kerfoot's got to be on there. He led the team with 2 points. Simmons got a goal. Bunting got a goal. Who else got a goal? Oh, yeah, Kerfoot had the 2 points. I'm going to say Bunting was out there all the time. Really noticeable. I'm going to give him 3rd star. Kerfoot 2nd. Oh, but then Riley gets no love there. Okay. I'm going full Scarborough here. Marner, 3rd star. Kerfoot, 2nd. Bunting, 1st. There you go. There you go, kids. And you know what? We're going to end it there. Folks, Leafs win 3-1. LFR tonight. We're all in a good mood. This was the first Watch a Leafs game with Steve Dangle of the season, but not the last. We will be back every single Saturday here on the Sportsnet YouTube channel. And if we're not, it's because there's no Leaf game that night. It's the Olympics or something. Okay? Until next Saturday. And I will be here next Saturday. Folks, that is it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends. Scarborough scores. And the Leafs win.